ほら、ルフィ、今一緒に海賊になる仲間を探してるんだ。
Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Wandering Zoro, your go-to destination for anime-related content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. In today's video, we're going to be diving into part 2 of the series. So be sure to stick around until the end, and let's get started. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. Tywin Lannister. The father and son stood there as Izuku was done crying. He let go of Hai, and they stood there staring at each other. Izuku, Dad, I have to know, why did you leave? Why couldn't you take me with you? Hai, I suppose it's time for you to know the truth. Well, there's a lot you need to understand. Let's get the others back in here. You guys can come back in now. Hearing that they all came back in and sat down, getting even Hai's peerage members themselves comfortable as Hai spoke. Hai, well, let's get this over with. He looks at Izuku, who was sitting down by Ochako. Hi. 12 years ago, when you were first born, I was there. I didn't come to the hospital because I couldn't be around Inko. Without killing her, I knew that you had power deep inside of you, which is why I told Yukaina to give you the tear necklace. Izuku. My necklace. Hi. Yes, I added my power to it to keep yours in check. That is why you weren't able to use your true power until it was awakened. Izuku. Yeah, my half-sister Izumi broke the necklace in front of me. Aunt Yukaina said it was your gift to me, so I never took it off. Hi. So I take it you know about that power in you. Izuku. Yes, his name is Anubis. Hi. Anubis, where have I heard that name before? Anubis. Out loud, well, I am surprised that people have forgotten me after all these years. This shocked everyone as Izuku's right arm just spoke. Ochako. Did your arm just talk? Kuwabara. Man, just when I thought we have seen all the crazy things in our lives. Izuku. Everyone calm down, this is the dragon inside of me, Anubis. Anubis. Out loud, hell, everyone, I am Izuku's sacred gear, Anubis, the black dragon of the apocalypse, the abyss dragon. Hi. Wait, I remember now. Gilthunder. Really? Hi. Yeah, Anubis, the black dragon, and one of the former 12 dragon gods. Everyone in Hai's peerage eyes went wide, having heard that name before, as Yusuke and the others looked confused as Izuku spoke. Izuku. Wait, dragon god? Hai. Yes, Anubis was a former dragon god, and his soul is now inside of you. Izuku. Hold on. Why is he inside of me, and why me? Anubis. Out loud, I can explain that. You see, when I died centuries ago, my soul went inside of a void. I was there for a long time. I did not wish to go inside just any host, so I chose to be in you. Being who you are, you have the most potential considering your lineage. Izuku. My lineage? Hi. Yes, Izuku, but before I tell you this, I want your friends to know that what I say here will not leave this room. Am I understood? Ochako. Wait, is it bad? Kirishima. Can't be that important, can it? Hi. Yes, it is. Yusuke stayed quiet, as did Keiko, and everyone else. The two kids nodded, letting Hai continue his explanation. Hai. Okay, Izuku, I'm going to explain to you about where I have been for all these years, and you will understand why I had no choice but to leave you. Izuku looked at his father seriously as he continued talking. Hai. You see, this world has many different powers you see as quirks. That is true, but there is more to than this world where humans reside. I come from the world of the supernatural, a world where devils, angels, and fallen angels reside. They are all a part of these three factions. There are the angels that are from heaven, then the devils that reside in hell, otherwise you can call them demons. Then you have the fallen angels. Those are angels that fell from heaven and are cats out. I am a devil. Not only that, I am half devil, half dragon. My father was a dragon turned into a devil mine, and Yukina's mother was an ice apparition, an ice demon, as one might say. And that makes you a devil. Izuku, you are half devil, half human. Izuku's eyes widened, hearing that he was half devil, as well as his friends that were shocked right along with him. Izuku. So that I'm a half-breed. Hi. Yes, in the underworld, half-devils are looked down upon by the nobles and high-ranking devils, and not to mention, since you have a powerful sacred gear in you, you most likely would have been in danger. If I didn't give you that necklace, you would be dead right now. Izuku. What? Hi. In the three factions, there are those within each faction that craves nothing but war. Kirishima? War? Hi. Yes, centuries before this time, There was an all-out war between the three factions. This war left all three factions withered and weakened. The loss of pure devils was great, so great that they had to resort to using humans to keep our race alive by turning them into devils. There are those like you that have both devil and human blood in them. But like I said, half-breeds are looked down upon in the underworld, but not everyone is like that. But back to my story, there are many people within each faction wants nothing more than to stir up chaos, which could lead to the Great War all over again. And the four Devil Kings like me have been trying to keep the peace. Izuku. Devil Kings? Hi. Yes, there are four Devil Kings: Lucifer, Leviathan, Beelzebub, and Asmodeus. My devil name is High Asmodeus, one of the four Devil Kings. That is also a reason why I couldn't be around, but I made sure if I wasn't around that you were looked after by Yusuke and Kurama, I guess Kuwabara too. Kuwabara. Go to hell, you mouse. Hi. I left you to protect you, and there is also the fact that if anyone knew you were my son, they would have used you to get to me by any means necessary, by killing you or someone close to you. That is why, looking back now, I wish I could have done things differently. Izuku looked down, taking in everything he just heard as he looked at his father. Izuku, is this really true? Yusuke. Yeah, kid, everything he is saying is true. Kuwabara. We all have had some crazy adventures in the demon world. Kirishima. Whoa, really, Dad? Kuwabara. Yeah, although when I first met Hai, I wanted to punch him in the face. Hai. I can see you're still that ugly, thick-headed baboon. You have always been. Nothing has changed. Kuwabara had a tick mark appear on his forehead as he then charged at Hai with Yakina and Yusuke holding him back. Kuwabara. Damn it, you mouse, come here. I have been waiting to kick your butt for years. Yakina. Honey, please calm down. Izuku. So you really did leave to protect me? Hi. Yes, when that necklace broke, I knew that many people of the underworld will no doubt be coming here looking for you, which is why I want you to come and live with me in the underworld. Silence was all that was heard as no one said anything, but it was Izuku who decided to break that silence. Izuku. What? Hi. I want you to come with me to the underworld. That way I know you will be safe, but not only that, I can teach you about the underworld and train you to become... Way. Izuku. I don't know. Hi. Well, this is a lot to consider, so I will give you some time to think on it, all right? Izuku nods. Hai's peerage surrounds him as a black magic circle appears below them as they teleport out of there. Ochako. Wow, that was crazy. Who would have thought your dad was the Devil King? Izuku. Yeah, looks at Kuwabara. Uncle Kuwabara, can I stay here tonight? Kuwabara. Izuku, you're my nephew. You're welcomed here anytime, kid. Izuku. Thank you. 2 weeks later. It has been 2 weeks since Inko and All Might's battle with Hai, as Inko had to get her arm reattached thanks to Hai cutting off. She had to remain in the hospital. Since then, now she was feeling better. Izumi was better as well. She was with her mother alongside her father Tashinori, as Inko would be getting discharged today. They were leaving out of her hospital room as her left arm was bandaged and in a sling. Izumi. I am so glad you're getting discharged, Mom. Inko. Me too, dear. After everything that has happened, I need to heal up and get back to doing hero work immediately, so I can find Hai. Don't worry about that. The heroes are on it. We haven't seen him these last 2 weeks. He is most likely hiding somewhere. Izumi. Hi. Inko. Oh, don't worry, dear. Just some villain on the run from the heroes. Nothing to worry about. She then looks at the TV in the waiting room as the news was on. Inko. Let's see what they are saying in the news. Reporter. Ladies and gentlemen, I am coming to you live with breaking news. The principal of UA, Nizu himself, has called for a press conference at this time. Let's go see what he has to say. The scene then changed to Nizu, who was sitting down beside him was Inko. Izuku? Izuku was sitting beside Nizu as he was wearing a suit and tie. The reporters and media personnel were taking pictures and trying to ask questions as Nizu raised his hand in the air, causing them all to go silent. Nizu. Thank you all for coming today. I have called this conference to reveal to you all that the things that have been brought to my attention by this young man. He came to me and revealed many things about a certain hero, a top-tier hero. If you will, I will let him explain. Go on ahead, Izuku. Izuku cleared his throat and spoke into the microphone. Izuku. Hello, my name is Izuku Yagi, and I am the son of Pro Hero Magnetic. Inko's eyes widened as her heartbeat started to increase. Izuku. My mother Magnetic. To everyone who watches her on HeroTube or on TV think she is an amazing hero while she may act like a hero to you all, but you couldn't be more wrong about that. Magnetic is no hero. She may be to you, but not to me. When I was with my mom, I was always as happy as I can be. But unlike her, I never wanted to be a hero, although I respect what heroes do. I know for sure I couldn't be one, and I was fine with that. But Magnetic was not. When she found out I was quirkless, she wanted nothing to do with me. The reporters all gasped at hearing this as he continued speaking. Izuku. Yes, when I was 4 years old, I had no quirk, and ever since then my mother has hated my very existence. When I was 6, she met this man named Toshinori Yagi. You all know him as All Might, my stepfather. The crowd all was shocked at this revelation. Izuku. Yes, my stepfather is All Might, the #1 hero who stood by and watched as my mother verbally and physically abused me. He let it happen and did nothing to stop it. As I grew older, the ones I made friends with, Katsuki Katsumi and my half-sister Izumi Shoto and Shoka Todoroki, I believe they were my friends for a while, but every chance they got they would beat me up. Finding out I was quirkless, they, like my mother, started to torment me. It was like an endless cycle I could not escape from. Even when I told my mother, she didn't believe me. When kids started picking on me in school, I told her, yet she still did nothing, and neither did my stepfather. So as I got older, I learned how to fight back, but every time I fought back, I got in trouble. Inko, AM, and Izumi were watching this with worry, seeing Izuku speaking out against them. Izuku. No matter what, when we got to middle school, it was worse because they all had quirks and people saw them as promising heroes, and me, the nobody that had no future whatsoever. But that day Aldera Junior High was destroyed. I wasn't happy, nor did I feel bad, because a school that would let innocent students be tormented like that does not need to exist. If you think I am lying, then allow me to show you. Nizu brings out a special camera and aims it at the blank wall behind them, placing his hands on the top of the camera. Izuku turn it on. When he does that, it shows everything that has happened to him. Inko. See, you are nothing in this world. Those with quirks can become great heroes, and you don't want it. Then fine, I am done with you. Inko sent Izuku sailing in a wall with her quirk as she tightened her grip on his throat, making him choke. Inko. From this moment on, you are no longer my son. You are dead to me, and you will rot in here for the rest of your life. Inko. You are always causing trouble. You are nothing but a problem for me. The video then shows the many beatings he got as the teachers stood by and did nothing until Izuku fought back, and they reprimanded him for it. The many times Inko attacked him with her quirk, the times the twins attacked him, and he fought back only to be in trouble again. The people watching could not believe what they were seeing as they started murmuring amongst themselves. Seeing the video, Izuku then ended it and turned back to the crowd of people. Izuku, tell me, who do we go to when the ones that are supposed to protect us attack us for nothing? If you saw that video and still think that is what a hero should do, then I feel sorry for you. Who says they are here but stands back while an innocent child gets beaten on for nothing just because quirkless people don't have powers? That doesn't make us not human. Is this the hero you want protecting you? Because I certainly don't. Who do we turn to when the hero is the real villain? Thank you all for your time. He walks away and leave the room while Nizu speaks. Nizu. Now, this statement was given to me from the Hero Commission a week ago. After hearing this story, as of this moment, Magnetic will no longer be allowed to do hero work, and a warrant for her arrest has been issued for child abuse, neglect, and endangerment. The same is said for All Might. We will no longer stand by while heroes abuse their powers and hurt innocents. Inko was frozen in shock at what she heard. She then turned to see police officers enter the hospital. Sugeichi. Magnetic and All Might, you are hereby under arrest for child abuse, child neglect, and child endangerment. What? Inko. Wait, please, this is just some mistake. Izumi. Please stop, you can't take my parents to jail. Sugeichi. Not just them, you as well. Izumi. Yagi, please come quietly. Not putting up a fight, they surrendered peacefully as they were cuffed and led out of the hospital and into the police cars, taking them to the police station. A few days later, they were bailed out as they went straight to Nizu's office at UA to speak about this. Right now in Nizu's office are Endeavor, his twins, the Bakuga twins, and Inko and AM as they were staring at Nizu. Inko. Nizu, what the hell is going on? Nizu. It would be best if you lower your tone in my office. Inko. AM. Nizu, that whole press conference, why did you do that? Now people will lose faith in heroes. Endeavor. And not to mention my kids were arrested along Ty, the Bakuga kids. Why the hell is this happening? Nizu. It was either that or you and your children would die, and I would die because I was protecting you. I warned you. Inko. And this is what happens, so deal with it. You are no longer a pro hero, you are nothing more than a housewife. Endeavor. What the hell are you talking about? He says that you heroes have been abusing your powers, and it's time someone puts you in your place. They all look behind them to see a new figure coming in the office. Endeavor. And just who the hell are you women, and who asked you? My name is Integra, and I am the new chairwoman of the Hero Safety Commission, so watch how you talk to me, fool. Endeavor quickly silenced himself. Integra, you are the top 3 heroes of this society, and yet you abuse these powers of yours to hurt the same people you are supposed to protect. Honestly, you all make me sick to my stomach. And these brats of yours nothing more than spoiled children who have never been punished for anything in their lives. Well, that all changes today. Looks at All Might from this moment on moving forward. You are no longer the #1 hero. You are officially retired. Damn. What? You can't do that. Integra. I just did what you two did along with those brats was shown to the entire world, and you will be held accountable for your actions. Endeavor. Smirks. Well then, All Might, that's too bad. Integra. And before you get any ideas, Endeavor, you won't be the #1 hero either. As of right now, we will be doing a background check on the top 10 heroes. We will no longer have egomaniacs as our top-tier heroes. Enraged by this, Endeavor walked up to her, but was stopped once he felt a gun aimed at the back of his head. Let's not do anything stupid that could cause you your life now, boy, or do it, and I will have an excuse to splatter your brains all around this office. Integra. Alucard, don't it would be a pain to have to clean the office with false hero blood. Alucard. Too bad. He lowers the gun from Endeavor's head. Endeavor was mad, but he could tell that the man was dangerous, so he backed down. Nizu. Now as for you children, you have been blacklisted from every hero school in Japan. If you think you are getting into UA, then you are mistaken. They were all shocked by this. Nizu. However, I have decided to offer you a chance to earn your way in, and I know exactly how you're going to do that. Inko. What will they have to do? Nizu. I had this place built to prevent people with quirks from becoming villains, and it has been successful. Since it opened, I call it Villain Rehabilitation Center. There, you will be taught what it truly means to be a hero and be seen by professionals that will decide if you are ready to go to UA or not. They were about to protest until Nizu spoke. Nizu, know that this is the only way you will have of ever getting in UA, and if you screw this up, then that is it, no other chances, and the man who I have placed in charge of the center will make sure you do not get out of line. The door then opened as everyone saw the tall man enter the office. So, these are the brats that I will be having at the rehab center, huh? Nizu. Yes, kids, and everyone, I would like for you all to meet Taguro. Taguro. They don't look like much, but don't worry, I will break their fragile egos. I just have 3 words to say to you kids. They looked up at him as Katsuki was trembling at the sight of him. Taguro. Smirks. Welcome to hell. With Izuku. He was sitting on the roof of Kuwabara's house. He goes there ever since the press conference, thinking, clearing his head. Hey man. Looking over his shoulder, he sees his cousin Kirishima come to him and sits by him. Kirishima. We saw the press conference. How are you feeling? Izuku. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders, to be honest. Kirishima. Well, that's good, bro. You deserve to feel that way. Say, have you given any thought on going with your dad? Izuku. I don't know, I mean. Kirishima. If you're staying due to me and Ochako, man, don't. Besides, what's left for you here besides us, your family? You said it yourself, you don't want to be a hero, and you have been wanting to meet your dad, and you finally did, and he wants you to be with him in the underworld and train you. Don't pass that up. Because of us, man, you have a great opportunity here, don't waste it. Izuku looks forward at the setting sun. Izuku. Yeah, you're right, I will go. Kirishima. Awesome, man. They both stood up and fist bumped each other. Izuku then called Nizu, asking if he could get in touch with his father, which he did, and Hai said he would come the next day. The next day, Izuku stood in front of Yusuke, Keiko, Ochako, Kirishima, Kurama, Yukaina, and Kuwabara with his things packed. Kurama. I'm gonna miss you, nephew. Take care of yourself. Izuku. I will thank you, Uncle Kurama. Kuwabara. Don't let none of those so-called noble devils push you around. If they do, you better kick there, but... Izuku. You don't have to worry about that, Uncle Kuwabara. Keiko walks over along with Yusuke as he pats him on the head, while Keiko give him a hug. Keiko, be sure to visit, okay? I know Ochako would be very sad if you weren't around. Ochako, MOM, blushing. Kiko, giggle, sorry dear. Yusuke, Make sure you train hard and don't become too much like Hai, alright? Izuku chuckles. I will try not to. Ochako and Kirishima walks up to him. Charisma, don't be getting soft on me, bro. When you come back, you and me are gonna have a manly spar to see how strong we both are. Izuku, got it. He looks at Ochako, who is blushing. Ochako, I'm gonna miss you, Izuku. It won't be the same. Without you, our little gang won't be the same. Izuku, hey, it will be fine. Besides, you, Kirishima, and Kyoka have dreams to be great heroes, so go live your dreams. And now that I have found my dad, I can find what my true Hai comes from it with Makuro at his side. Izuku, hey, Dad. Hi. It's good to see you, Izuku. Are you ready to go? Izuku, yeah. Yeah, kinda. Wait a sec, Izuku here. I wanted to give this to you. She gives him the tear stone necklace. Izuku, the necklace. Yeah, kinda. Figured you could use another one. Take care of this one, okay? Izuku, yes, ma'am. Thank you, Aunt Yakina. Yakina looks at Hai. You take care of yourself as well, Hai. Hai, I will, don't worry. Makuro, we will take good care of him, don't worry. Izuku stood by Hai and Makuro as a magic circle appeared below them as they teleported away, leaving them all there as Izuku embarks on a new journey. Kill the boy and let the man be born. Maester Eamon. Izuku appeared in front of a giant house. He then looks around and sees the sky was red with red clouds. Hi. Not what you expected, huh? Izuku. Yeah, I was expecting more fire and all that. Hi. Don't believe things until you see them with your own eyes. Come on, let's go inside. Izuku was amazed seeing the massive house in front of him. Izuku. Is this really where you live, Dad? Hi. Yeah, come on, let's go inside. They go inside to see many different maids there, and butlers. They all bowed to Hai and Makuro as they made their way through the hallway. Suddenly, Hai and Makuro were tackled by someone hugging them. Dad, Mom, you're back. A butler came into the hallway. Butler. Oh, hello there, Lord Hai, Lady Makuro. Makuro. Hello, Kenji looks down, and hello to you as well, Enju. Enju. I was waiting for you to come back. Guess what? I beat MS. Kinna at Shogi. Hi. Well, that's great, kid. He then looks at Izuku. Hi. Izuku, this is your little sister. Enju looks at Enju. Enju, this is your older brother, Izuku. Both kids stare at each other as Izuku walks up to her, giving her a gentle smile. Izuku. Hi, Enju, I guess I am your big brother. It's nice to meet you. Enju. So you're the brother Dad told me about. Yay, I have a big brother. She leaps and gives Izuku a hug, which he returns. Izuku. Thinking, I can't believe I have a sister. Hi. Come on, Izuku, there is some people I want you to meet. They then make their way to the living room, where they see 3 people sitting down there. They see the family enter the room. Ajuka, Beelzebub, Seraphol, Leviathan, Surzex, Lucifer. Surzex. Oh, so this is your son, Hai. Hi. Yes, this is my son, Izuku. Izuku looks at the 3 individuals curiously as the girl with pigtails hairstyle spoke. He is too cute. Izuku was shocked hearing this as the girl was now standing in front of him in his face. You are too cute, like an adorable little cinnamon roll. Izuku looked at the girl as he blushed and looked away from her. Giggles, I made him blush. He is just the cutest. Hi. Seraphol, stop teasing my son. Seraphol. Okay, hi. Hi. Izuku, these are the other 3 devil kings I told you about. Hearing that, Izuku immediately bowed, showing respect as Surzex walks up to him with a chuckle. Surzex. You can stand, Izuku. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Surzex Lucifer. Seraphol. And my name is Seraphol Leviathan, but you can call me. She spins around and poses. Seraphol. Little Leviathan, handsome. Izuku blushed. Once again, this time the green-haired man comes up to him. My name is Ajuka. Beelzebub Hai told us about you and the power you possess. Surzex. Yes, Hai informed us that you had sacred gear, but what is it? Izuku. Well, it's the black dragon Anubis, the apex dragon. All their eyes went wide except for Hai, Makuro, and Enju's. Ajuka. But how, he hasn't been around in centuries. Surzex. Incredible, the black dragon of the apocalypse himself. Anubis. Out loud, it's good to know I haven't been forgotten. Ajuka. He spoke. Anubis. Yes, it certainly has been a while. Tell me what has come over my idiot brethren Draig and Albion. Surzex. Well, they haven't awoken yet. Anubis. Anubis. Really, what a pity. Oh well. Ajuka. I never knew that Anubis, out of all the dragons, would appear again. Izuku. Wow, Anubis is really famous. Surzex. Well, he is a dragon god, and to see you be his wielder, you have quite the reputation to live you to being both the Black Dragon and the son of Hai. Hai. Okay, so Kenji, why don't you take and just show Izuku around the house? We have things to discuss in private. Kenji. Bo's off course, Lord Hai, come along, Master Izuku. Izuku. Right. They leave the room as Hai then spoke. Hai. Okay, now let's get down to business. In the human world, you're kidding, Izuku is Hai's son? Koima, who was with Boten, with everyone gathered at Yusuke's house, Kuwabara, Kurama, Keiko, Yukaina, and Jinkai. Jinkai. It was hard for me to believe at first myself. Koenma. While knowing Hai's personality, I am surprised he let that woman live. Kurama. Niza managed to talk him out of it, and Makuro. Boten. What I can't believe is that Izuku has a sacred gear, and the Black Dragon Anubis at that. Keiko. Can someone please explain anything about this dragon? Is he friend or foe? Koenma. Anubis was one of the 12 dragon gods, also known as the father of all dragons, because many of the dragon kings was born from his lineage. His power was so great that he became feared even among the dragoon gods themselves. Yusuke. Whoa, that dragon sounds pretty bad. Koenma. Yes, but we have nothing to worry about. Anubis doesn't care that much for human devil or fallen angel life at that. Kuwabara. These 12 dragon gods, how strong was he in strength-wise? Koenma. Well, Anubis was ranked the lowest and weakest amongst them, but he grew in rank and became stronger, so strong. He got the #1 spot. When this happened, it caused a civil war amongst the other dragon gods, and a great battle ensued, which resulted in Anubis and 2 others being the survivors. That was Anubis, Slifer, and Nova. Yusuke. If Anubis was so powerful, then who the hell killed him? Koenma. Well, I heard stories that the wounds Anubis suffered in the final battle was the reason, but I am not 100% sure. With Kirishima. Kirishima was walking home with Ochako and a new friend of theirs. Mina. So, Kiri, what do you guys have planned for today? Kirishima. Not really sure. Ochako. What about going to the arcade? Kirishima. I'm sure, why not? Mina was Kirishima's neighbor and friend since they younger. She went to a different school. They all were walking into town, heading towards the arcade, but they ran into a group of people. Katsuki. Oh, look who it is. Katsuki, Izumi, Katsumi, and Shoka, without Shoto, was standing in front of them. Katsumi. It's Deku's little gang of extras. Kirishima. It's you guys, what do you want? Izumi. Where is that rat Deku? Ochako. Why do you want to know? Izumi. He hasn't been seen since he ratted us out to the whole world. Is he hiding from us? Ochako. He was never scared of you even with your quirks. Katsumi. Stop stalling, round face, and tell us where Deku is. Katsuki. Or else. He forms small explosions in his hands, but Ochako holds out her fist with a smirk and channels spirit energy in it. Ochako. Don't start something you can't finish, clowns. It would be smart to walk away, or don't and get your asses kicked. Izuku is not around to do it, but I don't mind taking his place, and the name's Ochako, you dog-faced beach. Mina. Why don't you guys just get out of our way? Izumi. Just tell us where my idiot brother is, and we will. Kirishima. Yeah, well, if you're looking for Izuku, he went to go live with his dad. Good luck finding him. He then lowers Ochako's arm as she cancels her energy, and they walk past the group and makes their way to the arcade. In the underworld. In the last 2 weeks, Izuku has adjusted to his new life in hell. Right now, the green-haired boy was putting on a tie, but was having some difficulty. Izuku. Damn it. A knock then comes at his door. Izuku. Come in. Makuro comes in. Makuro. Are you ready, Izuku? Izuku. Almost, I just can't get this tie. She walks up to him and helps adjust his tie on him and ties it completely. Makuro. Smiles there. Izuku looks in the mirror. Makuro. You look really handsome, Izuku. Izuku. Thank you, MS. Makuro. Makuro was a little hurt that he didn't call her mom, but knew the boy had been through a lot, and it will take some time for him to open up to her. Makuro. Come, your dad is waiting. They both make their way downstairs to see Hai dressed in his suit, and Enju in a blue dress. Hai. I see you're ready. Izuku. As ready as I'll ever be. They are heading towards a gathering of all devils as this was being attended by all devil kings. Hi, Izuku. Izuku looks at his father with curiosity. Hi. I want you to be careful when you're here. These are noble devils that will try anything to provoke you. Do not let them make you scared. I want you to stand your ground. If anyone tries to hurt you, you have my permission to defend yourself. Izuku. I understand. A magic circle appeared beneath them and teleports them to the house of Surzek's Lucifer. They knocked on the door as it was opened by Surzek's wife. Selena, Lucifer, wife of Surzek's Lucifer. Oh, hi, Makuro Enju, and you must be Izuka. Surzek's told me so much about you. Izuka bows in respect to her. Izuku, it's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. She lets them in as Surzek's arrives to greet them. Surzek's, oh, hello, hi, Makuro. Izuku, Enju, it's so good to see you. Hi nods as Makuro greets him. Enju, hello. Surzek's bows. Is Milikas here? Surzek's, yes, he is with Grafia. Enju. They all look to see Milikas, who was with Grafia, run up to her. Izuku. That kid, it's like he is Surzek's twin. Surzek's. This is my son Milikas. Say hello, Milikas. Milikas. Hello, I am Milikas Gremory. It's a pleasure to meet you. Makuro. Great manners. You have a fine kid. Selena. Surzek's. Selena. Thank you. They made their way through the house and made tea to the main room where they see many of the noble devils present, as they all bowed to Hai and Surzek's, showing respect to the devil kings. Izuku looked at the devils present that were staring at him. He remained cautious until he was tackled by someone. Izuyu-chan. He sees Seraphol hugging him as he returned the hug. Izuku. Hello, Seraphol. Seraphol, it's so good to see you here. She then releases him from her grasp. Hi. Seems like Seraphol really likes him. Makuro. Yes, seems like it. Izuku. It's nice to see you, Lady Seraphol. Seraphol. Oh, what did I tell you to call me? Isa pouts. Izuku. We are in the presence of devils, noble devils, that I should show you respect. Seraphol. Okay, you have a point. Izuku. Dad, I'm gonna walk around. Is that cool? Hi. You go on ahead. Izuku then walks off, walking around. He sees he is getting looks from some of the nobles present. He pays it no mind, but stayed on guard. He found a book in a room that was a big filled with many other books. Izuku. Leave it to Surzek's to have his own library. Walking further inside, he finds a book, and it says, Izuku. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. May I ask what you are doing here? Izuku looks to see the silver-haired maid Grafia looking at him with her impassive gaze. Izuku. Oh, I am sorry, I was just looking around. Is it all right if I take this book to read? I am not much of a party person. Grafia. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. You may take the book, but be sure to return it. Izuku. Thank you, ma'am. He then leaves and goes back to where the party was. Hai walks up to Ajuka. Hi, Beelzebub. Ajuka. Yes, what is it? Hi. I need to speak with you about something. Izuku made it back to the room where the party was held. He sits down at a table away from all the noble devils. He then hears some whispers. Noble devil. Whispers, you heard the rumors that kid is Hai's son. How dare the devil king disgrace our race by bringing him here? Noble devil 2. Whispers, I know him, does not belong here. Noble devil 3. Seems like Hai just does not care about our species after all. Bringing that boy here. To think he was chosen to be the devil king is just sickening. Izuku sighs and just ignores this as he continues to read his book, but he glanced to his right, seeing 4 people come to his table. Excuse me, is this seat taken? Looking up, the green-eyed boy saw 3 girls who looked older than him, but one was really short and one blonde guy. Izuku. No, feel free to sit. Thank you. The red-haired girl takes a seat as her peerage sits down as well. Your name is Izuku, right? My brother told me about you. My name is Ri. Izuku. Rias Gremory, heiress to the Gremory family. I know about you. My dad made sure he told me about the heirs to each family. It's nice to meet you as well. Rias. Well, let me introduce you to my peerage. This is my queen Akino, my rook Kaneko, and my knight Kiba. Akino. Hello. Kaneko waves. Kiba. It's a pleasure to meet you. Izuku. It's a pleasure to meet you all as well. Rias. So Izuku, how have you liked being here in the underworld? Izuku. It's a better upgrade than the human world, that's for sure. It's going to take some time, but I believe I can adapt to being a devil. Rias. I see, so what was it like for you back in the human world? Izuku. No offense, but I would rather not talk about that after all I just met you. Rias. Well, that is understandable seeing as we just met. Izuku. Is there something I can do for you, Lady Rias? Rias. No, I am just making conversation. Am I making you uncomfortable? Izuku. No, but I am quite sure a lady of your status wouldn't want to be seen talking with me. Although I am the son of a devil king, I can kind of see how nobles see me. Rias. Don't worry, we won't judge. You. Izuku. Forgive me if I do not believe you. He moves his eyes away from the book to look at her. He had to admit Rias is the prettiest girl he has ever seen, along with Akino and Kaneko, who for some reason he wanted to pet her. Kiba. Asmodeus. Izuku. You can call me Izuku. I don't care much for honorifics. Kiba. Oh, okay then. Izuku. Look, sorry if I'm being rude. It's just in the human world I have people I thought were my friends, but they turned their backs on me. I do have people I can trust there, but my dad told me to be weary about some devils. Rias. That completely understandable, Izuku, but like I said, we will not judge you. We all have had bad past. I can assure you none of us will do you any harm. Smiles. Izuku blushes a bit, seeing her smile. He then looks away. Akino. Oh, seems like someone likes you, President. Izuku then cleared his throat, ignoring Akino's teasing. Izuku. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try and be friends. Rias. I would like that. Kiba. Hey, Izuku, I have a question for you. Izuku. Go ahead. Kiba. Did you ever practice kendo before? Izuku. As a matter of fact, I did at the beginning of my first year of middle school, but I got kicked off the kendo team. Rias. Why was that? Izuku. Teachers at my school did not like me, and let's leave it at that. Rias then notices the book he is reading. Rias. The Art of War. What made you take interest in that book? Izuku. Knowledge is power. This book can come in handy for learning many things, so I can tell you and Surzex are brother and sister, huh? Rias. Yes, I am the little sister of the Devil King. Izuku. Seems we have something in common, both related to Devil Kings. Only difference is I have to do my hardest not to add shame to my father's reputation. Rias. There is no shame in just being born. Izuku, your father loves you, and him bringing you to this party shows it. Izuku looks at her a bit surprised, hearing that. He then gains a small smile. Izuku. Thanks. Rias. No problem, so what, abo? Oh, there you are, my lovely Rias. Hearing that, her eyes narrow in anger as a blond man walks over and places his arm around her. Riser has been looking all over for you, my dear. Rias. Go away, Riser. I don't have time to deal with you. Riser. Oh, that's no way to talk to your fiancé, Rias. He then turns to look at Izuku, who was reading his book. Riser. Oh, you're talking with the boy. What was your name again? Izuku ignores him and turns the page on his book. Riser. Hey, brat, Riser asked you a question. Izuku looks at him. Izuku. Go away, you don't interest me at the moment. Hearing that, the Gremory peerage were shocked, as Izuku said that Riser didn't like that at all. Riser. You dare talk to Riser like that, you a half-breed monster. Everyone in the room had their attention turned to them. Riser. Riser heard that you were the son of High Asmodeus. How disappointing to think that a Devil King would bring his own child to an event such as this. You should show some respect to your betters boy. Izuku. Why is it that every blonde person I meet is an egotistical idiot? Riser. What was that? Izuku. You didn't hear me. Let me talk in third person like you. Izuku thinks Riser should take that stick up his rear and go F himself. Riser was angry at this, but Izuku kept talking. Izuku. You think I'm going to show you respect because of your stupid title or because of who your family is? Please, you're nothing but sad little bird who needs to get over himself. Riser. You mouthy brat. Riser was getting pissed seeing Izuku talk to him like that. In Izuku's eyes, he reminded him so much of the Bakugo and Todorokis. Izuku then stood up and closed his book and went to walk away. Izuku. I am done with this conversation. You're not worth my time. Izuku then walks away, but Riser was pissed being talked down to. He forms a fireball in his hand. Riser. Don't you dare turn your back on Riser, you little punk. He thrust his hand forward, shooting the fireball at Izuku, but the green-haired boy turned around and punches the fireball, dispelling shocking the phoenix air. Izuku then rushed and delivered a ferocious punch to the blonde's gut. Riser was sent sailing across the room as he hit the wall hard, leaving a crack in it. Izuku. What would you look at that bird boy can fly without his wings. Riser. I'm going too. He felt the release of immense power. Being released, turning to his right, he saw Hai walking up to him with an angry look on his face. Hai. I never thought you would be stupid enough to cause a scene and attack my son, but I guess I was wrong. He stopped in front of Riser, who was sweating. He found it hard to breathe under the power of Hai. Hai. Now how should I end your pathetic life? A blond man steps in front of Hai. Lord Phoenix. Lord High Bows, please do not kill my son. I know how foolish he has acted today. Please spare him. Hai. He attacked my son. That is something I will not let that slide so easily. Lord Phoenix. Please, I will make sure he is punished for his actions, my lord. Hai. HM fine then, but if he pulls another stupid stunt like this again, you and him will be killed, am I understood? Lord Phoenix. Yes, sir, thank you. Izuku then walks up to Surzex and bows. Izuku. I am sorry for that, Lord Surzex. I caused destruction in your home. Surzex. It is fine. Izuku. Riser started the whole thing, so you are all right. Izuku. I see here I borrowed this book from your library to read. I am returning it to you. He tries to hand Surzex the book, only for the redhead to shake his head. Surzex. No, keep it. Consider it a gift for what happened today. Izuku. Thank you, sir. Before he see a walk-off, Rias came up to him. Rias. Izuku. The green-haired boy looked at the crimson-haired beauty, wondering what she wanted. Izuku. Yes? Rias. I am sorry about that. Riser can be such a pain, I swear. Izuku. There is no need to apologize for another person's stupidity. I hope I can see you again, Lady Rias. Rias. Just Rias. Izuku. Okay, Rias, we'll see you around. The event continued on with the Phoenix family, leaving due to Riser's stunt. After everything was done, they all started to go home. The Asmodeus family then left and went back to their home. Izuku was in the dojo of his family's home. He was staring at a sword on the wall. He walked up to it and took it off the wall. He unsheathed the blade and held it by the hilt. Izuku. Wow. Like the blade? Hearing that, Izuku turned to see his father at the entrance with his arms crossed as he walked up to his son. Izuku. Oh, sorry, Dad. I was just admiring the sword. Hi. It's fine. It's the sword I used a lot back when I was with Yusuke Kurama and Kuwabara. Those idiots stayed getting into trouble. Izuku. Uncle Yusuke did say you all had some insane journeys. Know how to use a sword? Izuku. Well, I was in the kendo club in elementary through middle school. I never cared much to be a hero. I just felt it wasn't for me, so I wanted something else. Hi. You were a part of the kendo team at your school? Izuku. Yes, some people thought I was so good it was like I was born to wield a sword. Hi. How will you have my blood flowing through your veins, so of course you would know how to use a sword. Hai then looks at him seriously. Hi. Izuku, starting tomorrow, you will begin your training with me. It is time that you learned everything you need here. He then gives Izuku a bag. The green-haired boy took the bag and brought out a chess queen piece. Izuku. Chess pieces? Hi, no. Those are evil pieces you can use to form your own peerage. You remember what I told you about peerages, right? Izuku. Yeah, you can revive a human and reincarnate them into a devil, but why am I getting these? I am not a high-class devil. Hi. It doesn't matter, you are my son and the heir to my house, therefore you will be getting your own peerage. That way you can compete in raiding games against other devils and rank up. Izuku. I see, well, thanks, Dad. Hi. Don't mention I want you to have the same advantages as Izuku. But I don't want to be like those noble jackasses. I was confused at this. Izuku. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be like these nobles competing in raiding games looking down on others. That's not me. If I decide to get my own peerage, I will have to be strong for them. After all, no one wants to follow a weak king. I want to rank up my own way. Hi. I see, well then get some rest, because tomorrow you will start training hard, and I am not Yusuke. I am going to throw you into the fire, so get ready to get burned. Izuku. Yes, sir. Unknown to them, Makuro was watching this with a smile. Makuro. Thinking, hi, don't worry, I will help you make that boy stronger, so he can stand against anyone even though he does not bear my blood. Izuku is my son, just like Enju is our daughter. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. Sun Tzu. Our story starts after 2 months since Izuku left. We go to a backyard where we see Kazuma Kuwabara and his son Kirishima training. Kuwabara. Come on, Kirishima, one more try. Kirishima. All right, Dad, here goes. He stands firm, holding a hilt of a broken sword. Kirishima. Ha, yes, spirit sword. The orange sword appears in his hands. Kabara. There you got it, that's my boy. Kirishima smiles at his father before his sword dispels, and he falls forward. Kuwabara. Kirishima. He rushed forward and held his son in place, keeping him from falling. Kirishima. Sorry, Dad, guess I don't quite have the hang of it yet. Kuwabara. No, you're fine, kid. You're only 12 years old. It takes time to master spirit energy. I didn't have it down that good when I was that young. A man must also know his limits. Take a break for now. Kirishima. Okay. At the Uramichi household. Ochako. Okay, here we go. Pressing her 5 fingers on a big rocket floats in the air, she then steps back, gaining some distance. Ochako. Here I go. She then aims her right hand forward with her left supporting it, holding her hand like a gun. Spirit energy gathers to her finger. Ochako. Spirit gun. The blast hit the boulder, causing an explosion, making smoke goo everywhere. When it clears, there was nothing left of it. Yusuke. Good job. Ochako then dropped to her knees. Ochako. Pan, I finally did it. I can use spirit gun with my quirk. Yusuke. Yeah, but you still need a lot practice. Ochako. Okay, Dad. Keiko. Ochako, you're always pushing yourself. Ochako. I have to. Izuku wanted me and Kirishima to be the best heroes we can be, so that's what we are going to do. Keiko. Oh, is that right? Ochako. Yeah, I know. When I see Izuku again, he's going to be way stronger. Keiko. Can't wait to see Izuku. Hug giggles. Ochako. Emblem, cut it out. Keiko. Oh, what's wrong? It's okay. If you have a crush on Izuku, as a matter of fact, I can see you two together. Ochako's face went redder than Kirishima's hair. Ochako. You're so embarrassing. Yusuke laughs at his daughter being flustered. He then looks at the sky. Yusuke. Thinking, I hope you're alright out there, Izuku. In the underworld. We go to a forest area a distance away from Hai's house, as 2 figures were running. One had green hair and green eyes, running through the forest. As he made it to a clearing, he then backflipped, dodging multiple fireballs being blasted at him. He stops as he blocked a kick that was aimed for his head, courtesy of Killua. The white-haired boy jumped away, getting distance, as Liu Kang came in, attempting to deliver a flying kick that Izuku catches. He grabs the man's leg and throws him in the air, but the former Shaolin monk rebounds and lands on his feet next to Killua. Izuku was breathing heavy. Liu Kang. Would you like to stop and take a break? Killua. You look exhausted. Izuku gets back in his fighting stance. Izuku. I can do this all day. Both servants of Hai look at each other and get in their fighting stances as well and charge at the green-haired child. On a cliff looking down at all this was none other than Hai and Makuro, watching Izuku do battle with both Liu Kang and Killua. Makuro. So what do you think? Hai. Yusuke trained him well in hand-to-hand combat, but there is still room for him to grow soon. I will take him to meet him. Izuku was then kicked in the chest and sent flying into a tree, fell on his but breathing heavily. Liu Kang. I believe that is enough for today. Good work, Izuku. He goes over and helps Izuku stand up and rest his arm over his shoulder as they make their way back to Hai's house. After training with Liu Kang and Killua, Izuku showered and got dressed as he went back to reading the book he got from Surzex. While reading, he gets a knock at his door. Izuku. Come in. Inju comes in. Inju. Hey Izuku, what are you doing? Izuku. I am reading. Little sis, aren't you supposed to be studying right now? Inju. I am just taking a little break. Besides, it would be much better if you were the heir to our clan than me. Izuku. Chuckles. Yes, sorry kiddo, but you have the royal blood of both Dad and MS Makuro in you, so that makes you the High. Besides, I am not cut out to be in head of the clan. You will do fine. Inju. I guess so. By the way, what are you reading? Izuku. It's called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's a book that has many strategies and stories from the military leader Sun Tzu himself. Inju. Why are you reading a book like that? Izuku. Well, Dad told me that even if I am not the heir to the household, I can still get my own peerage. So when I do get my peerage members, they will have a strong king to be under. Another knock comes at Izuku's door, and they look to see Makuro standing there. Makuro. Inju. It's time to get back to your studies. Inju. Ah, okay, Mom, bye, big bro. Izuku. See you later, kiddo. She runs out of the room, leaving them there. Makuro. I am sorry if she disturbed you. Izuku. It's fine, it's nice having her as my little sister. She will be a great heir to the clan. Makuro. I am curious why you didn't want to be the head of the clan. Even though you are half-devil, you are still Hai's trueborn son. So why? Izuku. I heard those idiots talking and whispering about my dad at that party at Lord Surzek's home. Of course, I ignored it when it was about me, but I made sure to listen when it was about Dad. Not many people like him in the underworld, do they? Makuro walked inside and closed the door. She walked over and sat down on his bed while Izuku was at his desk. Makuro. The reason for that is because, well, it's because of the person your father used to be. Izuku. Used to be? Makuro. Before he became the Devil King, Hai was a criminal. He did many bad things, but that was all due to how he grew up. Izuku. You know how Dad grew up? Makuro. Yes, I am his wife. That is one of the reasons why I fell for him. We were so similar. Izuku turned to face her fully. Izuku. Can you tell me his story, and yours too if you do not mind? Makuro. Well, I can't tell you your father's story. That is his, but mine I can. She then goes on to tell Izuku her story about how she was abandoned and found by a humanoid demon that became her father, and how she was tormented by him and ran away, which left Izuku shocked. If you want to know Makuro's story, go to yuhakushofandom.com. Izuku sat there wide-eyed, hearing the story Makuro just told him. Izuku. I am so sorry. I had no idea you went through so much. Makuro. It is fine. For so long I was bound by my hatred for my father, but I could not kill him because I still viewed him as the one who took care of me. But Hai saved me from that hatred. That is why I fell deeper in love with him. When I heard about you being his son, I was upset. But at that time I had not confessed my feelings for him. Your father loves you dearly, as do I. Even though you are not my son, I will love you as if you were mine. Izuku. I see. Can I ask you something? Makuro. Yes, ask me anything. Izuku. If my dad was tricked into being with my mom, and she used him, why didn't he kill her? Why let her live? Makuro. Well, the reason she lived so long in the first place was because she was preg with you. Izuku. What? Makuro. Yes, if Hai had killed Inko while she was preg, then he would have killed you too, and not even he could bring himself to ever kill his son. You were a child, innocent. You have nothing to do with the sins of your mother. Izuku. I see. Thank you for telling me this. Makuro. It's no problem. I enjoyed talking to you, Izuku. Let me know if you need to talk about anything. She stands up and walks over to the door. She reaches for the handle, but Izuku spoke. Izuku. Thank you, Mom. Makuro's eyes widen and looks at Izuku, who smiled at her a bright smile. She quickly ran up to the boy and embraced him in a hug. He wrapped his arms around her, hugging her back. Izuku. I finally have two amazing parents. Thank you. Makuro. You're welcome, son. I promise I won't do anything to hurt you ever. On the other side of Izuku's door, Hai was listening to the entire conversation. He smiled. Hai. Thinking I guess it's time that Izuku to meet him. The next day, Izuku was with Hai as they were in the living room. Hai. Okay, today you will be going with me. Izuku. Yeah, okay, where are we going? Hai. To the Gremory estate. Izuku. I see. Can I ask why? Hai. There is a special someone I want you to meet there, and he can help you unlock your balance breaker. Izuku. My balance breaker, really? Hai. Yes, really. Hai makes a magic circle appear, and they teleport away. They then appear right in front of the Gremory house. Izuku. No way, this is where the Gremorys live? Hai. Yeah. Izuku. And I thought our house was big. They then see someone come out of the house. Oh, hello, Hai, it's good to see you. Hai. Hello, Zeoticus, I would like for you to meet my son, Izuku. Izuku then bows. Izuku. Hello, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you. Zeoticus. The pleasure is all mine. I heard about you from my daughter. Izuku. Your daughter? Zeoticus. Rias, I am her father. Izuku. Oh, I see. Hi. Did you manage to get in touch with him? Zeoticus. Yes, I did. He should be here soon. Right when he said that, two giant figures came flying down as they landed. Zeoticus. Igneal and Tannen, how are you? Igneal. Hello. Zeoticus looks at Hai. Well, I didn't think you were going to be here, son. Hi. Yeah, I came to ask you something, father. Izuku went wide-eyed, hearing that as he looked up at Igneal. Izuku thinking, father, so wait, this dragon. Hi. Izuku, meet your grandfather Igneal and your great-uncle Tannen. Tannen. It's a pleasure to meet you, nephew. Izuku. So this guy is my great-uncle, and this other dragon is my grandfather? Igneel. Yes, I am also a reincarnated devil, a part of Zeoticus peerage. Izuku. I see. Igneel. Hai contacted us because you need help to awaken and master your balance breaker. Izuku. Yes, I am the wielder of the black dragon Anubis. Igneel. Anubis? Tannen. I never thought he would get a host. Anubis. Out loud, nice to see you too, Igneel. Tannen. Igneel. Well, that aside, we wish to help you, but we want to offer you something. Izuku. And what would that be? Igneel. The offer is for you to turn into a dragon. Izuku. Wait, what? Igneel. Hai told me about your struggles in the human world. Hell, I wanted to go there myself and burn that woman to a crisp. I didn't agree with Hai's decision to leave you there, but it was also smart on his part, seeing as how people view your kind. Tannen. There is a place where we can take you so the ritual can be done. You will still be a devil. You will just have dragon blood in you as well. So what do you say, kid? Izuku. I'm not sure. Looks at Hai. What do you think, Dad? Hai. It is up to you. Izuku thinks about this. He then recalls his past and everything that happened to him, his old mother Inko, his former sister Izumi, and his former friends. He then looks at them with determination. Izuku. I accept. Igneel. I like that look in your eye, kid. Just come with us, and we will bring you to the place. Izuku brings out his 2 devil wings, while Hai brings out his 12, and the 2 dragons, and the father and son duo. They continue to fly. As they come upon a cave, they land in front of it. As Igneel changed and turned into his human form, as Tannen went into his smaller form, they all made their way inside the cave. They were walking around until they came upon a site. Izuku. Where are we? Igneel. This is where the ritual will take place. Welcome to Lake of... Close to the lake, and saw his reflection. Izuku. So this is where I forfeit my humanity? Igneel. Yes, but there is a way for this to backfire. Hai. What do you mean? Igneel. If one cannot accept the past and move forward, you can drown and die. Hearing that, Izuku and Hai's eyes went wide. Tannen. One must accept themselves for the ritual to pass the pain and accept it all. Igneel. Do you understand what you must do, Izuku? Izuku. Yes, I understand. Igneel. Good, now remove your clothes. Izuku. What? Tannen. In order for this to work, you must do it down to have your entire body fully turned. Although you will still look human, you will have dragon-like abilities. Izuku. I see. He then takes off his clothes, only leaving on his boxers. Tannen. Good, now go into the water, fully submerge your body in it, and let the ritual start. Izuku slowly went into the water step by step. As he stood up, only leaving his upper body above the water, he then leaned back, closing his eyes. He went into the water completely. Hai watched on, waiting to see what would come of his son. Izuku was under the water as memories flood his mind. Izumi. Worthless Deku. Katsumi. No girl would ever date a loser like you. You have no quirk and no place in society. Shoto. So sad to be the son of 2 great heroes, and you don't have a quirk. Pathetic. Katsuki. Take a swan dive off the roof of a tall building and pray for a quirk in your next life. Inko. You are no longer my son. From this moment on, you are dead to me. Izuku just laid there in the water. Suddenly his body started glowing. Hai. How long is this going to take? Igneel. It depends on Izuku. Tannen. The boy could be down there for a while. Hai. If he does not come up, I am going in after him. Suddenly the water shines brightly as it started to bubble, as suddenly a light blasted from the water. It was so bright, they all shielded their eyes. The light then died down, and Izuku, who floated out of the water, landed on the ground. He now looked different. His body was more ripped, and Hai had horns coming from his head. He had his black dragon gauntlet on his right arm. He had claws on his left arm. He then focused and turned himself back into his human form with his now green dragon slanted eyes. He had fang-like dragon teeth. He looked at his father. Hi. Izuku. How do you feel? Izuku. I feel amazing, father. I no longer have that woman's blood flowing through my veins now. I am Izuku, the black dragon, the apex dragon. I can feel the change in me already. Hi. Good, because your training has only just begun, and I promise when we're done with you, you will crush everyone that stands in your way. Izuku nods at his father's words as they all leave the cave. Any man who says I am the king is no true king. Tywin Lannister. Yusuke. So, I am asleep, and the tournament was going on. Kuwabara gets thrown out of the ring. He has till the count of 10 to get back in, but when I said something about him in my sleep, he gets mad and runs to try and pick a fight with me, costing us the win. Kuwabara, oh shut the hell up, Urameshi. Both Ochako and Kirishima burst out laughing. Kirishima, man dad, I can't believe that's how you lost. Yusuke was telling them the story of when they fought in the dark tournament. Yakaina and Kuwabara, along with Kirishima, visited Yusuke and Keiko. Keiko, so are you guys ready for school? Kirishima? Kirishima, yeah, it's gonna be weird not having Izuku there with us though. Yakaina, yeah, ever since you were all little. Ochako, yeah, and Izuku always had that necklace on him. He never took it off. Yakaina, well, that necklace, you could say it's a family heirloom. Kuwabara, I hope the kid is alright. Yusuke, don't worry, he is with Hai. I am sure he is fine. Kuwabara, yeah, I just hope the kid doesn't come back acting like Hai. Yakaina, my brother is not that bad. Kazuma, Kabara, ever since I met your brother, I have never liked the guy, respected him. Yeah, but every time he sees me, he finds some way to insult me, and it makes me want to punch him. A knock then came at the door. Keiko, I got it. She stands up and goes to answer the door. When she opens it, she sees Inko standing there with Keiko narrowing her eyes. Keiko, can I help you? Inko, yes, this is the Urameshi residence, correct? Can I speak to Ochako Urameshi, please? Keiko, and may I ask why you want to see my daughter? Inko, your daughter is friends with my son Izuku, and I am looking for him. I was wondering if your daughter knew where he was. Yusuke. Keiko, who is at the door? Keiko looks back. It's Inko, Izuku's mom. Yusuke then walks up to the door and glares at Inko. Yusuke, what the hell do you want? Inko, I was just looking for Izuku. Does your daughter know where he is? Yusuke, why are you looking for him, trying to get revenge for him blowing up your hero career? Inko, look, tell me where the brat is. Okay, let me speak with Ochako to see if she knows where Izuku is. Yusuke, look lady, if you're looking for Izuku, then he is where he belongs with his dad, the only person besides us who cares about him. Inko, what? He is with Hai. Where are they? Tell me now. Yusuke, you don't show up at my house unannounced and demand things. Beach, have you lost your mind? Keiko, Yusuke, calm down. Keiko then looks at Inko, who is glaring at them. Inko, where can I find Hai? Keiko, sorry, but we don't know where Hai is, and neither does Ochako now, if you would excuse us. She goes to close the door only for Inko to put her foot out, stopping it. Inko, you're lying, you know where he is, you just won't tell me now. Where is he? Yusuke, we already gave you our answer, now move your foot, or I break it. Inko, look, I have had it with you. Ochako, Ms. Inko. Ochako came up to the door and saw the commotion. Inko, finally, Ochako, do you know where Izuku and his dad are? If you do, then please tell me. Ochako, sorry, but I don't know where Izuku is. All he told us was that he was going to live with his father, that's it. Inko, Size, you know what, forget it, you all can keep covering for him, but I know you know where Hai is. Yusuke, trust me, even if we did know where was he, definitely wouldn't want to see you. Inko grits her teeth in anger and turns and walks away with Keiko, shutting the door. Keiko, maybe a restraining order should be good. I doubt that's the last time we see her. Yusuke, that lady really pisses me off after everything she did to Izuku. Keiko, don't worry, it's not like she can do anything. Her hero career is no more thanks to our nephew. Ochako, I wonder what Izuku is doing right now. Kirishima, I know what he's doing, training his but off to get stronger just like us. In the underworld, black lightning raged throughout the mountains as three figures were there. Igneel, Tannen, and Izuku. Igneel was watching Izuku spar with Tannen. Izuku, Rhea. A black flaming fist slammed into the dragon's face, sending it back as it rebounds and launches a fire breath attack at Izuku, who dodged with ease and conjured up his next attack. Izuku, take this. He spreads his arms with black lightning surging around him. Izuku, Black Panther. Tannen held his arms in AX motion and took the blast as it pushed him back, sending him through a boulder. Igneel, okay, that is enough. Izuku stopped and looked at Tannen come from the boulder. Tannen, excellent work, kid, you're getting better and better. You can stand toe-to-toe with me, and you're not even in your balance breaker. Izuku, thank you, sir. Igneel, speaking of your balance breaker, it's time to see if you can bring it out. Izuku, I see, and how can I do that? Anubis. Just focus and build up the power while chanting with me the words, you know them, right? Izuku. Yeah, you told them to me while I was in prison. Anubis. Good, now let's begin. Izuku holds out his right hand and spoke. Anubis/Izuku. I am the dragon who walks in darkness. I stare into the abyss and welcome its embrace. He who stands in above those that come before and those that come after. I shall turn the day into the darkest night. I have reached the pinnacle of all factions and transcended to the realms of gods. I soar the skies once more to shatter the heavens with my roar and silence the raging flames of hell. I am the black dragon apex, dragon balance breaker. Darkness burst from Izuku, blowing back Tannen, as Igneel held his arms up, blocking the power, as Izuku started to change. His powers reached the skies, hitting the clouds. At the Gremory estate. Akino. So, Rias, what did you think of that Izuku kid we saw at that party? Rias. Well, I didn't expect him to already know about me, but I did enjoy seeing him punch Riser. That was satisfying too. They then stopped walking as they felt the tremendous power. Rias. Where is that coming from? Akino. I don't know, we should go check it out. They run as Kiba and Kaneko ran with them, and made it outside to see a pillar of darkness hitting the clouds. Kiba. That's insane, who is letting out this much power? A magic circle appears beside them as Surzex comes from it. Rias. Brother. Surzex. I felt that insane power, so I came right away. Hai then appeared beside Igneel and stared at the pillar of darkness. Hi. What the hell, I never knew Anubis could bring you this much power. The power then died down, revealing Izuku and his balance breaker. Hi. Incredible, that's the power behind the balance breaker of Anubis? Anubis. You have done it, Izuku, you have unlocked your balance breaker, and on your first try too, very impressive. Izuku. Thanks, man, I can feel the power coursing through me. Surzex. Rias and her peerage arrives to see this. Surzek. Hi, what is going on? Izuku then sees them. Izuku. Oh, sorry about that, Lord Surzex. Izuku then concentrates and cancels his balance breaker as he dropped to one knee with Hai going down towards him. Hi. You okay? Izuku. Just a little tired is all. Surzex. Thinking no way, this kid just unlocked his balance breaker, and with that amount of power he could climb the ranks very quickly. Izuku. Again, sorry about the disturbance I caused. Surzex. It is fine, no one was hurt, but I didn't expect you to awaken your balance breaker so soon. Izuku. Well, let's just say I am full of surprises. Surzex. I see, tell me, do you intend to compete in rating games when you get your peerage? Rias. Wait, he's getting a peerage, brother? Surzex. Yes, he is. Hai wanted Izuku to have his own peerage, even though he is not a pure devil. Izuku. Sorry, but no. Rias. What, but why not? Doing that can help you rank up here in the devil world. Izuku. I don't want any special treatment. My whole life, everything I've gotten, I earned. I don't want anything handed to me. I am going to become the strongest my way. Surzex smiles. I see, I knew you were an interesting kid. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Rias was looking at Izuku while thinking about something. Rias. Thinking he has a sacred gear, a very powerful one. Maybe he could help me. Izuku. I apologize again for causing a disturbance, Lord Surzex. Surzex. It is quite fine, no need to keep apologizing. Igneel. Well, I do believe that is enough for today, Izuku. Izuku. Thank you, grandfather. Hi. Well, it was great to see you, Surzex. We will be going now. Surzex. It was a pleasure having you. Hi, and you as well, Izuku. Izuku nodded and waved goodbye to Rias, and her peerage. A black circle appears underneath Hai, and they teleport home. Akino. Wow, a powerful sacred gear, cute, strong, and mysterious. Kiba. That Izuku is one interesting guy. I would have to ask him for a spar sometime. Rias was deep in thought about the young green-haired boy as she called out to her brother. Rias. Surzex, can I talk to you in private? Surzex. Of course, let's go back home first. Time skip. Once Izuku got home, he took a shower and got changed into some comfortable clothes. Now he was sitting on his bed looking at his tear-stone necklace. A knock comes on his door. Izuku. Come in. Hai walks in to see Izuku looking at his tear-stone necklace. Hi. I came to see how you were doing. Izuku. I am fine now. Hi. Good, I am proud of you. Most people don't awaken their balance breaker until they have trained for at least a few years. Izuku. I guess I am just a prodigy like my dad smirks. Hi. Well, you may look like that woman, but you definitely take after me. Izuku. Hey dad, can I ask you something? Hi. Go ahead. Izuku. Well, can you tell me about my grandmother? Hi stays silent. Izuku. I just wanted to know who she was. Is she still around? Hi. Sighs no she's not she's dead. Izuku. Oh. Izuku gets a sad look on his face as Hai walked up to him. Hi. Her name was Hina. She was an ice woman her and my father met when he was injured from a mission given to him by Zeoticus. He was found in the frozen woods near her village. She brought him to a cave and healed him. He was in his human form, so she was able to heal him. My dad stayed there in the cave until he was 100%. My mother enjoyed his company, and he enjoyed hers. Then the time came for my dad to leave and return, but he did come and visit her many times and took her away from her village to go somewhere. The more time they spent together, the more they fell in love. And in time I came along with my sister Yukaina. Izuku. I see. How do you know all this, Dad? Hi. Igneel told me about this when I met him for the first time. He never knew we existed until our mother's death. He mourned for her. Izuku. And how did she die? Hi. She was devastated after thinking I died, and she took her own life. Izuku was too shocked to even speak. Hi. I never got to meet her and ask her why she was never in my life, but now I have a son and a daughter of my own I have to raise. Izuku. Yeah, I know you wanted to protect me from this world, but I really wish you took me with you. Hi. I feel the same way, son. Get some rest. You have to train with Gilthunder tomorrow. Izuku. Yes, sir. Hai then leaves Izuku's room, heading back towards his office. He then sees Makuro walking up to him. Makuro. Hi. Hi. What is it, Makuro? Makuro. It's Lord Surzex. He wishes to speak with you. Hi. Man, well, it beats doing paperwork. Heading towards the office, Hai wonders what Surzex could possibly want. Upon entering his office, he sees a magic hologram of Surzex there as he speaks. Surzex. Hello, Hai. Hi. Surzex, to what do I owe this unexpected call from you? Surzex. Well, it is something important. The next day, Izuku got dressed to train with Gilthunder. He grabbed his kendo stick and was about to walk out until a knock came to his door. He goes and opens it to see a female maid. Izuku. Yes. Female maid. Excuse me, young master, but your father requests your presence in the living room. Izuku. Okay, thank you. Izuku followed the maid in the living room, where he saw his dad and mother sitting on one of the couches across from the other couch that had the Gremory family. Izuku walks up to his parents and sees Zeoticus as he stands offering a handshake, to which he accepts. Zeoticus. I believe you have already met me, young Izuku. Allow me to introduce my wife, Venilana Gremory. Venilana. My aren't you just adorable? Rias did say you were quite handsome. Rias. Mother. Blushes. Izuku. It is a pleasure to meet your lord and lady Gremory. Zeoticus. Respectful my Hai, you have such a great son. Hi. Thank you, Zeoticus. Now, can we get down to why you all are really here? Izuku glanced at his father, wondering what was going on. Surzex. Right, well, looks at Izuku. Izuku, seeing as how you are in possession of a very powerful sacred gear, a very rare one among a few. I have been discussing some things over with my father, mother, and sister about something that will be very beneficial to you. Izuku. Beneficial to me? No disrespect, sir, but what is going on? Zeoticus. Straight to the point, you are just like, hi, alright, well, what we are here for is to ask, would you be willing to marry our daughter, Rias Gremory? Izuku looked at Zeoticus like he grew a second head. He then glanced at Rias, who looked a little nervous and a bit giddy. He then looked towards his father, who was wondering what he was going to say. Izuku. I am sorry, sir. What did you just ask me? Zeoticus. Well, we had an arranged marriage for Rias to have her marry Riser Phoenix, the heir to the Phoenix household. At first it felt like a good idea, but our daughter has been against this whole marriage. I personally do not blame her for seeing how Riser acts and presents himself, but we had made this for the benefit of our race. As you know, pure devils have been near extinction since the Great War. We have done this to preserve the life of our race, but Rias told us about you. Izuku. I am sorry, sir, but I am only a half-devil and half-dragon, not a pure devil, so there is nothing I can do. Zeoticus, we know that. Venilana. We were hoping that you could challenge the marriage contract with Rias in order to get her out of it. Izuku. Wait, so you want me to get her out of her engagement? Vinalana. Yes. Izuku then looks at Rias and speaks. Izuku. So, is that what this meeting is really about? Rias. Yes, I do not wish to be with someone who doesn't see me for me. I was against this from the moment I found out about it. Seeing how you easily dealt with Riser at the party, you started to get my attention, and seeing how powerful you have become since then by awakening your balance breaker made me hope that you can help me out of this. Zeoticus. We were hesitant on the idea of speaking about this with you, seeing as how you just came to the underworld and are an unknown, but you are also the son of a devil king. If you agree to challenge this marriage contract, then there will be no doubt the Phoenix will try to fight it. Izuku was thinking about this as Zeoticus continued to speak. Zeoticus. By doing this will give us a chance to have the both of you and Riser fight for Rias's hand in marriage. So, what do you say? Izuku was thinking about this, and then looked to his father and mother. Izuku. What do you guys think of Dad, Mom? Hi. Well, I'm not too fond of that Riser punk myself, but the Phoenix clan is powerful in their own right. But this is your decision, son. Makuro. Whatever you decide, we will side with you. Izuku then looks at Rias while thinking of what to say. Izuku. Well, I will challenge the marriage contract, but I will not marry Rias Gremory. This surprised the Gremory clan, but before Zeoticus or Surzex could speak, Izuku beat them to it. Izuku. Let me explain before you question my decision, my lords and lady. You see, Rias Gremory is breathtakingly beautiful without a doubt, and I mean no offense when I say that she has a body that would indeed put most models to shame. This causes the red-haired heiress to blush at being complimented like this. Izuku. Me and Rias just met each other. I know nothing of the woman behind the beauty, who she truly is, and how she acts as a person. I can't marry someone I do not know, so when I build my peerage and I am fully capable of facing Riser when the time comes for her hand in marriage, I will decline, so that she may marry whoever she sees fit. Will that be okay, Lord and Lady Gremory? Both parents were shocked at Izuku's response as they looked at each other and smiled. Surzex was smiling too, seeing how he considered his sister's feelings. Zeoticus. I believe that will be acceptable, Izuku. It seems Lord High was right. Izuku. Huh? Surzex. High said you would turn down the chance at marrying Rias because you do not know her. High. That is because I know my son and the type of person he is. Zeoticus. Well, thank you for your time, Lord High, and thank you, Izuku. Vinalana. Yes, thank you. Izuku. No problem, my lady and lord. Rias stopped her parents and asked them something. Rias. Mother, father, is it alright if I stayed here and talked with Izuku some more? Izuku. Huh? Zeoticus. I don't see why not, as long as Lord High says it is okay. THS is his home. High. Sure, she's fine. Makuro. It is no problem with us. They nodded as Zeoticus and Vinalana teleported back to their home via magic circle, and Surzex teleported back to his office as Rias walked you to Izuku, who was looking at her confused. Izuku. Is there something I can do for you? Rias. Well, I want to say thank you for your compliments from earlier. Izuku was about to retort, but he then blushed, realizing what he said, which made Rias giggle. Izuku. Well, I have to go train with Gilthunder, so you're welcome to come if you want. Rias. Well, thank you, I will. Makuro. Well, hi, you still have some paperwork to do, so come along. Hi. Sai, sometimes I hate being Devil King. Looks at Izuku and Rias. Izuku, why don't you show her around after you're done training with Gilthunder? Izuku. Sure. Looks at Rias. Come, Lady Rias, follow me. He says mockingly. Rias. Don't push it, Izuku. Asmodeus. Izuku smirked as he went to train with Gilthunder, with Rias following behind. Time skip. After training with Gilthunder, Izuku showed Rias around the house. They decided to have a conversation to get to know each other. Izuku. So you go to Kuo Academy, huh? Rias. Yes, Surzex gave me the entire city of Kuo as my territory. Izuku. And at school the guys worshipped you like a goddess, huh? Rias. Yes, honestly I hate it having perverts drool over us constantly the moment we walk through the gate. Izuku. I see you don't like that attention. Rias. No, if I wanted to be with someone it will be not because they want me for my status, my body, or my last name. Izuku. I see you want someone that sees you for you. Rias. Yeah, you're a good listener. Izuku. Well, you're actually a great person. I was honestly weary of all devil nobles. Rias. Really? Izuku. Your dad told me that nobles look down on half-breeds. Rias. You don't have to worry about me doing that. I treat everyone equally. Izuku. Well, that's good to hear. Rias. So you're a half-breed? Izuku. Yes, well now I am half-devil, half-dragon. Before, I was only half-devil, half-human. My former mother was human. Rias. I see you don't like your biological mom, seeing how you called her your former mother. Izuku. Yeah, that's right. They then continued to talk more, getting along more as Izuku was starting to open up to her a bit. Rias. No way. You sent a girl flying across the cafeteria. Izuku. Yep. Rias, why? Izuku. She poured sour milk on me. The whole room was laughing at me until I stood up and punched her, sending her across the cafeteria. Rias. Well, I am so sorry for the way you were treated. Izuku. It's fine, it's all in the past now. Rias was about to speak more, but a butler came, getting their attention. Butler. Master Izuku. Lady Rias, I apologize for the interruption, but my lady, I believe your peerage is here for you. Izuku. Thank you. The butler nods and walks off as they follow behind him, making back to the entrance of the house as Rias sees Kiba, Kaneko, and Akino there. Akino. Oh, Rias, I see you're spending time with Izuku, so this is where you have been all day. Rias. We were just hanging out, Akino, nothing more. Akino. Era, sure you were, it's nice to see you again, Izuku. Izuku. Hello, Akino, Kiba, and Kaneko. Rias. Looks at Izuku. I really enjoyed hanging out with you, Izuku, you're a good person. Izuku. So are you Rias Gremory? Is there any chance we could do this again, hang out? Rias. Are you asking me out on a date? Izuku smirks. Izuku blushes and turns his head. Izuku. No, I just really like your company, that's all. Rias giggles along with Akino. Rias. Sure, we can. Izuku, see you later. The Gremory group gathers around while Kiba and Rias wave goodbye. He received a wink from Akino as they teleported back to the Gremory mansion. Izuku. What a troublesome woman she is. Okay, before I end this chapter 1, just wanted to make this so that Rias and Izuku can form a bond and grow from there. New chapter update coming after this one, stay tuned. Time skip 1 year later. Izuku, age 13. At Kyoto, Japan, we see 3 people standing around a blonde-haired girl who was tied up to a chair. Jogo. Honestly, you would think those guards she had would have put up a better fight. So, when do we make our move on the palace to get rid of that 9-tailed woman? Hanami. Patience, Jogo, now that we have Yasaka's daughter, she will be more than willing to hand over this city to us. Azula. Seems like things are actually going in our favor. Soon we will expand our territory by conquering Kyoto, and all we had to do was take the Yukai leader's brat. Kanu. You better let me go, you're going to be sorry when he gets here. Azula. When who gets here, kid? We killed all of your guards. There is no one coming to your rescue, so shut up or else. Kanu. You don't scare me. Azula. Oh, really? She then forms a blue fireball in her hands. Azula. Then maybe I should show you why you should be scared. Suddenly, something smashed through the ceiling and landed on the ground. When the smoke cleared, they saw Izuku in his new attire as he glared at them. Izuku. Azula, Jogo, Hanami, all stray devils, the bounties on your heads will be great for me to collect. Azula. You must be stupid to think you can take us all on. Izuku. Oh, really? Well then, princess. He vanished, shocking them. Suddenly, Azula was pierced through the heart by a blade, as everyone was shocked that Izuku was behind her. Azula coughed up, followed by Izuku, who removed his blade from her chest. Izuku. You know what? All I need is your head, really. In one quick motion, Izuku sliced off Azula's head as vital fluid sprayed, and her body fell to the floor. He was about to attack, but had to quickly dodge an attack from Hanami, who smashed her fist into the floor, due to missing Izuku, who backflipped and landed on his feet. But Jogo was on him, blasting him into the head, setting it ablaze. Jogo. Die, you brat. Firing a purple blast, leaving a destroyed trail in his way, Izuku could not be seen. Jogo. That brat was nothing but. Jogo was silenced by Izuku delivering a hard punch to the demon's face, sending through the wall. Hanami tried to attack, but had her chest pierced by Izuku, who shoved his hand through her chest, adding insult to injury. He used his black flames to burn her inside, destroying her completely. Izuku. And then there was one. He turns to see Jogo, who finally recovered. Jogo. Seems like I have to go all out against this brat. Izuku. Oh, is that right? Well, Little Beach, I don't care about you or your threats. Besides, I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it by killing you both. Jogo. I don't think so. He put his hands together. Jogo. I am going to enjoy killing you, brat. Take this domain expansion coffin of the Iron Mountain. The entire area around them turns to black as Kunu watched on, worried for her protector. Izuku looks at her and smiles. Izuku. Don't worry, kid, I got this. Jogo. I can't afford to play around with this guy. Izuku. So you think this can help you, huh? So this is what Megumi-sensei was talking about. Wow, a domain looks intimidating if you were fighting anyone else, that is. Jogo. Act tough while I have you in the palm of my hand. He then caused magma to come into the form of a wave and sends it at Izuku, who stood there completely calm. Izuku smirks like Megumi-sensei said domains are like an entire different dimension, so darkness burst from his sword. The wave of magma comes at Izuku, who raised his sword above his head with dark magic blazing from the blade. Izuku. Black Dragon. He brings it forward slowly as the magma was right upon him. Izuku. Dimension slash. Wave of magma, along with the domain expansion, was completely cut in half. Not only that, but Jogo was split right down the middle as the two sides that made his body were split as they hit the ground, allowing the domain to be shattered. He then turns and cuts Kunu free. Kunu. Izuku. She leaps at him as he catches her. Kunu. I knew you would come and save me, I just knew it. Izuku. Chuckles, yeah, well, come on, your mom is worried sick about you. Kunu. Hey, Izuku, how did you find me? They said they had covered their tracks really well, whatever that means. Izuku. I used my Juggin eye to find you. Kunu. Oh, can I see? Izuku. Later, kid, let's go. Izuku walks out of the hideout with Kunu. In a palace in Kyoto, we go to the room of the yokai leader Yasaka, the nine-tailed fox, and also the mother of Kunu. She was heavily guarded and waited impatient for Izuku to return with her daughter. Yasaka. Have you heard anything from him at all? Guard 1. No, ma'am, not since he took off to find Lady Kunu. Yasaka. I just hope my daughter is safe. Black lightning then strikes the middle of the floor in front of Yasaka as Izuku and Kunu came from it. Kunu. Whoa, that was awesome. Yasaka. Kunu. She runs up and envelopes her daughter in a hug. Kunu. Mother, I missed you. Yasaka. Oh, I was so worried. Are you injured? Any bruises? Kunu. No, mother, I'm fine. Izuku came and saved me. You should have seen him. He was amazing. He took them all out like they were nothing. Yasaka then looks at Izuku and smiles at him. Yasaka. I can't thank you enough for saving my daughter. Thank you, Izuku. Izuku. It is all right. I am now able to collect the bounties on their heads. They are wanted stray devils worth a lot of money. Yasaka. I am glad to hear that you disposed of them for this act. Izuku. I am forever in your debt. Izuku. It is fine, Lady Yasaka. Now, if you would excuse me, I must take my leave. Yasaka. Wait, you don't have to leave so soon, do you? You could stay here in the palace. We have plenty of room. Izuku. That's nice of you, but I don't want to impose. Yasaka. Nonsense, you saved my daughter. Please stay for the night, and you can head back tomorrow. Izuku thinks about it for a sec and answers. Izuku. Okay, I guess one night couldn't hurt. Yasaka smiled, and Kunu jumped for joy as she leaped into Izuku's arms. Kunu. Yay. Izuku. Chuckles. Okay, calm down, kiddo. Izuku became a mercenary working to kill strays or capture rogue devils or demons. Considering he did not wish to partake in any raiding games, he wanted something different to do. He still needs to find members for his peerage. He also studies with Nizu for his education. Since he does not want to go to any more human schools like his old middle school, he still trains with Hai and his peerage. Whenever they have time, he learned how to use more magic thanks to Anubis. He was able to use black lightning magic followed by black wind. He learns how to utilize his lightning thanks to Gilthunder and Killua, and he learned flash steps from Grimjow. Although he can fly with his dragon/devil wings, he became great in hand-to-hand combat thanks to Liu Kang and Kitana. He is also learning how to use the Dragon of the Darkness Flame technique from Hai, and his relationship with Makuro has gotten better, seeing her as the mother he never had growing up. Now Izuku is currently standing outside on the balcony, looking at the moon in the sky, as well as the stars. He then speaks. Izuku, you can come out now, Uncle Kurama. I know you're there. Kurama jumps down from the roof, landing on the balcony where Izuku was. Kurama, great job today. Izuku. Thanks, so why were you following me? Kurama, this is a new job, and I wanted to see if you would need any help seeing you in action. I can tell I was wrong, and plus it's been a while since I saw you, and the others wanted to know how you were doing. Izuku. I see. Well, tell them I am fine, and do not worry, I actually like this job. I was the leader of the yokai's bodyguards, so yeah. Kurama. I see. Izuku. So how has things been with you and Ms. Namuri? Kurama. Well, me and Namuri are expecting a child. Izuku smiles. That's amazing, Uncle Kurama. Congratulations. Kurama. Nods. We do not know the gender yet. We want it to be a surprise. Izuku. I am happy for you. Kurama. It seems you are also enjoying your new life. Izuku. Yeah, me my whole life, all I ever wanted was to find my dad, and now that I did, I am better now than I have been. Kurama. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your old mother. Izuku. Do not call her my mother. Kurama. Sorry, Inko has been trying her hardest to find you. Izuku. And so you didn't tell her where I was, did you? Kurama. Of course not, I would never ruin your happiness. Izuku. I see, thank you. Kurama. Well, I should get going. It seems you have a visitor. Kurama vanished, and there was a knock at Izuku's door. Walking to the door, he opens it to reveal. Izuku. Lady Yasaka. What can I do for you? Yasaka. Is it all right if I come in? Izuku. Sure. He steps aside, letting her in as she goes and sits on the bed, and Izuku sits next to her. Yasaka. I am really grateful to you for saving my daughter. I don't know what I would have done if those fools had done something horrible to her. Izuku. It's fine, really. I was hired to be your bodyguard, and I did. Yasaka. Thanks to you doing this, I am looking into making a relationship between the yokai and the devils to improve it. Izuku. Well, that's great. Both sides can benefit from that. Yasaka. Tell me, Izuku, what will you do when you leave from here tomorrow? Izuku. Well, I will train to improve myself, of course. You probably heard that I am not like every other devil. My father was a devil-dragon hybrid and my former mother was human, so I was a half-breed. Yasaka. What did you mean by former mother? Izuku. It means that Human Beach is no longer my mother. My mother's name is Makuro Asmodeus. I hated that her blood was in my veins. She was nothing but evil towards me all my life, and now I am finally able to smile because she is no longer in my life. Yasaka. I am sorry for your troubles you must have faced. Izuku. It is fine, I am better now, that's all that matters. Smiles. Yasaka, seeing his smile, blushed a bit and looked away and stood up. Yasaka. Well, it's awfully late, you should get some sleep so you can head out in the morning. Izuku. Thank you, I will. Yasaka walked past him, but she then leaned down and kissed the green-haired boy on the cheek. Standing back up, she made her way towards the door and opened it and looked back at him. Yasaka. Good night, Izuku. Izuku. Good night, Lady Yasaka. Yasaka. Please just call me Yasaka. Izuku. Smiles. Okay, Yasaka. She smiles and walks out the door, closing it behind her. The next day, Hai was sitting at his desk, doing paperwork. His attention was grabbed by a black magic circle appearing on the floor, and out of it came Izuku. Izuku. I am back from my mission, father. Hai. I see. How did it go? While Izuku tells Hai about what happened, we go to a white pigeon that was flying. As it went to an unknown hideout, flying into the window, the bird landed on the shoulder of a man who was looking at two people in front of him. Rob. Well, it seems like our 3 members have been killed. Jianma. Teeth, what a shame those 4 couldn't handle the job of capturing one little brat. Pathetic. Rob. It would seem that they were brought down by this green-haired child. Jianma. How do you know that? Rob. I can read the bird's mind. It told me what the boy looked like and what his abilities were. Jianma. Do you know the child? Rob. According to what I saw, he is Izuku Asmodeus, the son of Hai. The boy appears to be quite skilled, but it is nothing we cannot handle, so I will be letting you kill the boy. Isteth. Isteth raised her head and glared at Lucci. Isteth. Why don't you do it yourself? After all you said, he was nothing we can't handle, or perhaps send the big oaf here to do I. She cut off due to Lucci glaring at her. Rob. Do I have to remind you that we have something important to you? And do remember the only reason she draws breath is because we allow it, but that can all change if you do not cooperate. Am I understood? Isdeth grits her teeth in anger and walks out the door. Rob. To Gemma, follow her, make sure she gets the job done, kill her if she becomes a nuisance. Gemma. Understood. He then walks out behind her. 2 days later. Izuku was writing down the last answer on paper and looked up at Nizu. Izuku. I am done, Mr. Nizu. Nizuka. He walks over as Izuku hands him the paper. Nizu. I will grade and tell you what you made tomorrow. Why don't you head home? Izuku. Thank you, sir. Izuku bows and gets his backpack as he leaves. Walking around UA, Izuku walked past many students being taught by Nizu. Had its perks. He got to go to a hero school, and he doesn't even want to be a hero. Hey, Izuku. Hearing his name called, he turned to see 3 people walk up to him. Izuku. Oh, Mirio, how are you? Mirio. I am fine, man. It's good to see you. Izuku met Mirio when he started studying with Nizu, although he did not meet the other 2. Oh, so you're the kid that's getting taught by Nizu. What's your quirk? Why do you have a headband, and why is your right arm bandaged? She then begins asking Izuku a million questions per second, with Izuku just staring at her with a deadpan expression. She was in his face asking him. He placed a hand over her mouth, making her go quiet. Izuku. Okay, now let's try this first. Who are you? And second, talk slowly so I can understand you. Nijire nodded, with Izuku removing his hand from her mouth. Nijire. Sorry about that. When I want to know about something, I get a little excited. Oh, and my name is Nijire Hada. Nice to meet you. Izuku. Likewise. Mirio. Yeah, that's Nijire for you. Oh, and this S. Tamaki. Izuku looked at the guy, only to see him facing away from him, hiding in a corner. Tamaki. Hi. Izuku. Thinking, what is with that guy? Nijire. Don't mind him, he is just a little shy. Izuku. I'm okay. Nijire. So, Izuku, are you trying to be a hero here at UA? Izuku. No, I don't really care food heroes that much. Nijire. Huh, but why not? Izuku. Heroes aren't everything, and let's leave it at that. Look, I would love to talk to you guys more, but I have to go. Mirio. Okay, see you, man. Izuku then makes his way out of UA. He walked through the gates, but he soon felt someone following behind him. Thinking, he walked until he found an alley to go through. Once he went there, he vanished as the person following him vanished, as well as Izuku was moving through the forest with incredible speed. He was leading the person away. He then used magic to summon his sword as he made it to a clearing and unsheathed his blade. The person then ran up to him, clashing swords. He looks at the woman standing in front of him. Isdeth. You're good, and here I thought this would be easy. Izuku. Who the hell are you? Isdeth jumped back, gaining some distance as Izuku steadied himself. Izuku. Thinking, there is another person here, I have to be careful. Isdeth placed her hand on the ground, making ice spikes come at him, but Izuku channeled black flames to his fist and punched the ground, sending a wave of black flames that destroyed the ice, making Isdeth leap into the air. But Izuku appeared in front of her and delivered a kick to her gut, so hard she coughed up some vital fluid. He sent Isdeth flying, but she rebounded and made an ice path for her to stop herself. Isdeth. Thinking, he's good, I may need to step up my game. She then formed many ice spheres around her. Isdeth. Now be impaled. Firing the spears at him, Izuku breathed in and let out a roar. Izuku. Black Dragon God Flaming Roar. Isdeth. Shave. She vanishes, avoiding the flame, and appeared behind the green-haired boy, ready to impale him with her sword. The moment she did, though, she saw Izuku leave an afterimage. Isdeth. An afterimage. She then turned to he right, seeing Izuku building up for his next attack. Izuku. Spirit Gun. The blast was sent at Isdeth, who vanished, using Shave to get out of the way. She appeared on his right and fired multiple ice spears at the green-haired boy. Izuku putting both hands together and separate them to show him using black lightning. The incoming ice spears were obliterated as Isdeth quickly made a giant ice wall that took the blast. Although it didn't last long, she then used Moonwalk to get away, but Izuku smirked and used Flash Step and clashed blades with her once more. Isdeth leaped away from him, with Izuku flashing towards her, and they began clashing blade one more as Isdeth was trying her best to match him. Isdeth. What the hell? How is he matching me? Izuku was adding black lightning to his sword to give him the advantage, but Isdeth was still holding her own. Izuku then broke through her defense and was about to stab her until its death vanished using shave. She then appeared in the air and created a giant meteor. Its death. Although this was fun, but playtime is over. The meteor of ice came down at Izuku, who held out his right hand at it. The meteor collided with Izuku with its death, thinking she had won. Its death. There now that should. Anubis. Divide. The meteor was quickly being absorbed as it got smaller and smaller to its death. His surprise, the meteor was no more with Izuku had finished absorbing it. She then saw he had a black gauntlet on his right arm. Izuku. Thanks for that now. Anubis. Boost. Black flames burst from Izuku, who smirked at his death's shocked face. His death. Boosted gear and divine dividing. No way. He has the powers of the two dragons Albion and Drake. Izuku was about to fire another attack until his death was blasted through the stomach. This shocked the green-haired boy, who watched his death fall to her knees and coughed up and turned to look at the hulking figure approaching. Jianma. Pathetic to think you couldn't handle one simple little brat. Izuku narrows his eyes at this newcomer and stayed on guard. Isdeath stared at the man. Isdeath. Why did you do that? Coughs. Jianma. Why? Because I have gotten tired babysitting you after all the people you have fought and killed. This mere brat was giving you trouble. When I am done with this, I am ending you. We have no use for weaklings. Isdeath. But my sister. Jianma. No need to worry about her. She will soon follow right behind you after I end her life myself. Izuku. What the hell is going on and who are you? Jianma. No use telling that to a dead man. Jianma then powers up his aura. Jianma. Now boy, time to show you what true fear is. Izuku. And you're going to show that to me? TCH, yeah right. Jianma rushed at Izuku with incredible speed, and Izuku rushed at him. They both clashed fists, breaking the ground beneath them. Jianma throws a punch, only for Izuku to grab it with his gauntlet arm. Anubis. Divide. In an instant, Jianma's power was taken from him, weakening him as Izuku punched the giant man in the gut, sending him flying through many trees. Jianma rushed at him once again with Izuku blasting at him, using black lightning. Jinma. Iron Body. He tanks the attack standing there, and moved off at great speed, appearing behind Izuku, who blocked an incoming punch from the man. But the impact broke the ground further. Jianma used his free hand and smacked him away with the green-haired boy, letting out his devil wings, stopping himself in the air. Jinma. You have talent, boyish shame I have to kill you. Izuku. Why are you trying to kill me? Jianma. Not telling kid, just stay there. He vanished using shave and appeared beside Izuku using moonwalk as Izuku blocked a punch from the man. Izuku. Smirk got you again. Anubis. Divide. He absorbs all of Jianma's power once more with Izuku charging a lightning-infused punch and landed it right in the man's face, sending him to the ground with a boom. Izuku then floated down to the ground and waited for the man to get up, which he did. Jianma. I didn't think I would have to use this on a brat like you. Jianma then stood in a new form. Izuku. Oh, are we getting serious now? Jianma. You should feel honored, boy. Me using this form against you means I see you as a strong warrior. I would ask you to join us, seeing we can't use that pathetic woman anymore, but my orders were to kill you. Enjoy the last moments of your life, boy. Izuku. Well then, that is something, but you are the one who should feel honored. After all, you're facing the host of the most powerful dragon god. Let Madame show you what true power is. Ready, Anubis? Anubis. Ready, partner. A bright light engulfs Izuku, but it then dies down, revealing Izuku in his balance breaker. Anbis. Apex Dragon Balance Breaker. Izuku. Now shall we continue? Jianma was about to charge at him, but Izuku was already in front of him with a ferocious punch to his gut, causing the giant to cough up some vital fluid. He then delivered an uppercut to the man's chin, sending him upward into the air. Jianma recovered enough to fire a blast of magic energy at Izuku, who held up his hand as the blast connected. Anubis. Divide. He absorbed all of Jianma's attack. Jianma. Curse you. He was then axe-kicked to the ground and crashed with a boom. Izuku made his descent to the ground with Jianma coming from the crater. He was in to land a punch on Izuku, to which he parried and dodged with the simplest of ease. Jianma threw another punch, only for Izuku to catch it. Izuku. Is this it? His death put up more of a fight than this. Jianma. Silence, you bug. I will NTB talked down to by a monster child. He broke away and then went for another punch, but Izuku drove his fist straight through the man's gut. Izuku removed his fist from the man's gut and shakes off from his hand. Izuku, now that's a shame to think you pushed me to use my balance breaker. I am insulted that I used Anubis power on someone this week. Jienma started to back away, but Izuku appeared in front of him and grabbed him by the head. Izuku, no, you came to kill me, right? It's only fair for me to return the favor. Jienma, and oh, you beat, don't you dare sto. Using back flames, Izuku destroyed the man's head, leaving nothing of it, as the body then dropped to the ground. Izuku then dispels his balance breaker. Izuku, that takes care of that. He then heard something as he ran over to Isteth to see her lying in a puddle of her own vital fluid. Isteth, I'm sorry Mazor, I'm sorry mother, I was too weak. Izuku, Anubis, can we heal her? Anubis, not in a state like this with her wound, she would not last. Izuku, I see. Isteth's eyes then land on Izuku. Isteth, please kill me, finish me off. He then saw something, he saw a tear stream down her face. Izuku then goes over to his backpack and pulls out a bag and runs back over towards Isteth. Izuku, I never thought I would have to use this, but it seems I have no choice. He looks down at Isteth. Izuku, I won't let you die, no, you will live. What is your name? Isteth Shirayuki. He then brings out the queen chess piece. Izuku, I, Izuku Asmodeus of House Asmodeus here, by resurrect you Isteth Shirayuki as my queen and member of my house, now rise and live again. The queen piece in his hand glowed bright blue as it went down inside Isteth's wound, making her body glow bright, with a magic circle beneath her. As there was no more vital fluid around her, the magic circle vanished, and Izuku picked her up bridal style and looked at her sleeping form. Anubis, congratulations partner, you have the queen of your peerage. Izuku, yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt to explain to her when she wakes up. A magic circle appears below him, and he teleports away with his death. So in war, the way to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. Sun Tzu. Izuku was at a hotel room where he was watching over his death, who was still unconscious. Thanks to Jienma's attack, Izuku managed to close up her stomach wound, but it cost him a great deal of magic power. Now he was waiting for her to wake up. A black magic circle appeared beside him, and out of it came Makuro, his mother. Izuku, oh hi mom. Looking at her son, Makuro saw that Izuku was a little weak on magic power. She grew concerned and asked, Makuro, Izuku, what happened to you, and who is that woman on the bed? Izuku, her name is Isteth. I used my queen piece to resurrect her. Makuro, okay, but why do you look so exhausted? Izuku, she was badly injured, so it took quite the amount of magic power to heal her. Don't worry, I am fine. Makuro, so you used your queen piece on this woman? Izuku, yes, she can manipulate ice pretty well, and she is good at fighting, but she owes me some answers. Makuro, and why is that? Izuku, because someone sent her after me and I want to know why. With Lucci, so she failed, how pitiful, and Jaima has fallen just like his death, but my pigeon sees the boy taking her away to where I have no idea. Two people come up to him, and he looks at them. So what do we do now? Our boss is not going to be happy hearing how we failed to kill one little brat. This brat must be somewhat strong to beat Multi Yugo Hanami Multi Azula Jienma, and now his death. This brat is no ordinary brat. Yes, you are right, perhaps we should. He was interrupted by the TV screen coming on as a voice spoke. On TV, Lucci. Lucci looks at the TV and speaks. Lucci, yes boss. I hope you have some good news for me, seeing as how the fools you sent to Kyoto to capture that brat of the woman who runs it failed. Lucci, it seems we have hit a snag in our plans. A certain someone has gotten in our way, but rest assured I will be dealing with this nuisance myself. I see. Well then, if it is you, then I have nothing to worry about. Let me know and everything is handled. Lucci, understood. The TV cuts out as Lucci stares at the two men. Lucci, Neutra Vega, let's go. Both. Right. They then begin to leave their hideout. In their hideout, there is a dungeon. In this dungeon, someone was there tied up. This person was a girl who looked no older than 13. Her hands were chained to the wall, unable to do anything. Her clothes were dirty. The girl held her head down. She let out a few tears that turned to ice as they hit the ground. We now go back to Izuku, who has fallen asleep to recover his magic power. Makuro was there with him. As he slept, she kept watch over his death. When she wakes up, she will have questions to answer. In his death's dream, we see a 12-year-old Esteth holding onto a then 9-year-old girl who was crying. Esteth was glaring at the men in front of her. The ones in front of her were standing over the dead body of their mother. Lucci walked forward and spoke. Lucci. So sad, 2 little girls who had to be born to a mother as shameful as this. Jianma. So what will we do with them? Lucci. We will bring them with us. They could be of some use. Esteth stood up in front of her sister and glared at them. Esteth. We won't be going anywhere with you. She formed many ice spears around her, but they were instantly shattered by Neutra, who swung his weapon at her and hit the girl, sending her right into a tree. Sister. The girl was about to run towards her, but was grabbed by the hair by Vega, who aimed his claws at her neck as Esteth looked in horror. Lucci. It is your choice, child. Come with us, and we will spare both you and your sister or die like your mother. Make the right choice. Esteth grit her teeth in anger. She saw the situation her sister was in and spoke. Esteth. Stop. We will go with you. Please don't hurt my sister. Lucci. Fine. Vega, release her. Vega did as he was told and released the girl. The little girl ran towards her older sister and embraced her in a hug. She looked at the men in front of her with Lucci raised his finger and launched towards her. Lucci. On second thought, I will just kill you. He thrust his hand forward, hoping to pierce them, as Esteth and Mizor screamed. Esteth. Mizor. Rising from her bed, she looks around frantically. Izuku. It's about time you woke up. The voice of Izuku made her turn her attention on him. Seeing the young boy, she saw he had his Juggin eye activated. Looking at her, he had a look on his face that let her know it was not in a playing mood. Izuku. Now, Esteth Shirayuki, I have some questions for you. Esteth. Where am I? Who are you? Izuku unleashed his killing intent towards her, silencing the woman. Izuku. I will be asking the questions, so it's better for you to stay silent and then give me the answers I want. Esteth, thinking this kid now, I see why Lucci sent me after him. He is dangerous. Izuku. Now why did you and that guy attack me? Esteth. I was sent to kill you. Makuro narrowed her eyes at Esteth. She then glanced at Izuku to see him still on guard in case Esteth tried anything. Izuku. Who sent you after me? Esteth. I can't say any more. The ones that sent me after you are too dangerous. Izuku. You really don't have much of a choice. You will answer these questions. His Juggin eye glowed as Esteth was then under Izuku's mind control. Izuku. Now who sent you after me? Esteth. It was Rob Lucci. He leads this group of stray devils that lay low here in the human world. Izuku. And why did he send you after me? Esteth. Because you intervened in our plans with kidnapping the leader of the yokai demon's daughter, and you also killed members of our group. Izuku. Did you want to attack me, or did they make you do it? Esteth. No, I had no choice. If I didn't attack you, they would have killed my little sister. Izuku. And who is your sister? Esteth. Mizor Shirayuki. She is 13 years old. They are holding her captive, and they are willing to kill her if I get out of line or disobey an order. Izuku. I see. He snaps his fingers, releasing her from his mind control. If you want to know about the Juggin eye abilities, go to Yu Yu Hakusho fandom at yuyuhakusho.fandom.com. Esteth snaps back to herself and speaks. Esteth. What happened? What did you do to me? Izuku. I placed you under mind control and got the answers I needed. Trust me, in your condition, you do want me to torture, so that was the easiest way. Esteth. Why didn't you kill me? How am I still alive? Izuku. I used my queen piece on you and turned you into a devil. Esteth's eyes wet wide. She rushed at Izuku and formed an ice spike to try and attack him. But his glowing Juggin, I stopped her using telekinesis. Izuku stared at her, not flinching at the ice spear near his face. Makuro was ready to act, but she sees Izuku had this handled with a flick of his wrist. Esteth was slammed against move as Izuku stood up and walked to her. Izuku. You would be wise to not attack the man who saved your life. Esteth. Saved me? You turned me into a worker. I know what the underworld is like. I know how you high-class devils like to use people to satisfy your selfish desires. No, I won't be anyone's worker, not again. I would rather die than serve a high-class spoiled brat like you. Izuku. I am afraid you are wrong about me. Although yes, I am the son of the Devil King, I am not the trueborn son. I am half devil, half dragon, and the reason I resurrected you was because I needed to get answers from you, and I couldn't do that with you dead. Istef. Okay, you got all the answers you want from, so go ahead and kill me. I will not live my life as a worker again. No, I would rather die. Izuku. What about your little sister? Would she be happy with you dead and leaving her all alone to the mercy of her captors? Istef looked at Izuku with anger, but was unable to do anything. Istef. That's what she gets. Izuku looks at her as she continued to speak. Istef. She was too weak to help fend off our attackers, just like our mother and our father. They were too weak to do anything. I swore that would never be weak, and I wouldn't let anyone make me feel pathetic. I can't concern myself with the weak people. So I followed Lucci and his group. I was beaten by Lucci and had no choice. Izuku. In that case, you're just as weak then. Istef. What? Izuku. You just said your parents were weak, and then your sister, but you were beaten by Lucci. So what does that say about you? Istef. Shut up. Izuku. Can't handle the truth. You lost, so that means you are just as weak. Istef. Shut up. I won't be talked down to by a mere brat. She tries to struggle, but she couldn't get free from Izuku's telekinesis. Istef. If you are a real warrior, then fight me fair and square using cheap tricks like this. Izuku. If I were to fight you right now, you wouldn't last 5 seconds. You would end up reopening your wound. Besides, I don't want to kill you. Istef. Why? So that you can keep me as a worker or a puppet for you to control. Izuku. No, I want to know the real reason you are with Lucci and his gang and why they have your sister. Istef narrowed her eyes at him. Istef. I told you I don't care about her. I told you she was too weak to do anything against them. They would probably kill her if they find out I'm dead. Just kill me and be done with it. Izuku. You know it would be great if you stopped lying to me and to yourself. Istef. What? Izuku. If you really didn't care for your sister, as you say, then you wouldn't have been crying and apologizing to her and your mother before you were about to die. Istef's eyes widen. She remembers before she was about to die what she said. Izuku. I knew when I saw that you care for your sister, even though you act like you do not care. You do. He then lowers her to the ground as she was sitting down with her head hangs low. Izuku goes over to her and kneels down to her level. Izuku. There is nothing wrong with caring for others, especially family, and there is nothing wrong with being weak, but staying weak is a problem. Makuro. Thinking seems he has this under control. I should leave. Makuro. Izuku, I will be on my way. Izuku. Okay, Mom, thanks for your help. Makuro forms a magic circle under and vanishes, leaving the two alone. Izuku. Istef, look at me. She raises her head and is now looking at Izuku as their eyes met. Izuku. Tell me, do you want to save your sister and be free from Lucci and his gang? Istef. Yes, but there is no way that can happen. Lucci is too powerful, and the last 2 remaining members of his gang are way too powerful. Izuku. So what? That doesn't mean anything. Istef. Are you crazy? Going against Lucci, Neutra, and Vega is suicide. Even I can't beat them on my own. Izuku. I don't care how strong they are. Anyone can be beaten, so enough with the doubts. He stood up and offered her his hand as she took it and stood up. Izuku. Here. Walking over to a dresser, he gave Istef some new clothes since the clothes she was wearing were damaged. He stepped out and allowed Istef to change. He covered his juggin eye as it shut. He then held a hand over his head. Izuku. I haven't fully mastered the abilities of the juggin yet, so using it so much takes its toll. Anubis. Take it easy, partner. Using so much power is taxing when you are not used to using so much of it. Izuku. Yeah, I know, Anubis. Istef has just finished putting on her clothes, a black shirt with blue jeans on. She was able to fit them. Izuku did ask Makuro to find some new clothes for her, so she found something rather simple. So here you are, Istef. Slowly turning around, she saw Vega sitting in the window. Vega. Lucci said you were dead, but imagine my surprise when I find you here, and with a devil no less. Istef. What do you want, Vega? Vega. Well, my dear, I am here to tie up loose ends, you could say. He then charged at Istef, readying his claws to pierce her. He was suddenly punched and sent through the wall courtesy of Izuku. Istef. Izuku. Izuku. Good thing I felt the other presence here. Are you all right? Istef nods as Izuku follows Vega, who landed on the roof of another building flash. Stepping there, Izuku landed on the same building. Izuku, I take it you're Vega in that case. This is perfect. Izuku draws his sword. Izuku, you will tell me where Lucci is. Vega, oh really, and how are you gonna? Vega had to jump back as Izuku was on him aiming to slash his chest, but Vega moved with incredible speed. Using that speed, Vega moved and appeared in front of the green-haired warrior, and they began to clash sword against claws. They both were locked in a stalemate, trying to overpower the other. Izuku then smirked as his sword was enveloped with black lightning. He then began to move his blade with amazing speed, so fast Vega could not keep up with. Clashing their weapons together, Vega did not notice the many cuts that were appearing on his body. Izuku then kicked the assassin with a lightning-enhanced boot to his midsection, sending him flying away, only for Izuku to appear above him with his sword aimed at Vega's gut. Izuku, Black Dragon God Lightning King's Judgment. The explosion that followed was huge. As Death was able to make it to where they were as she saw Vega lying down in a crater with black lightning sparking from him. Izuku, now then it's time for you to answer. He then had to jump out of the way from being severed in half by Neutra's blade. He backflipped and landed on his feet, staring at the man. Neutra, not bad kid, but you're still too slow. Izuku, wah. He was shocked when he felt something pierce through him. Looking down, he saw he pierced by it. Finger-looking T, the culprit who did this, he saw Lucci looking at him with an uncaring gaze. It's Death. Izuku. Izuku spits out, glaring at Lucci. Lucci, so you're the one giving my group so much trouble. To think a little brat like you beat Jienma. Pathetic. He removed his finger from Izuku's chest, and Izuku was about to strike him down with his sword until Lucci. Finger pistol. Izuku felt like he was being stabbed by a knife multiple times. Lucci stopped his assault and hit Izuku with a tempest kick that sent him sailing into a wall. Lucci, that should be enough to end him. He then looks to see his death. Lucci, I see you have tainted your soul by becoming this brat's worker. Death glared daggers at Lucci. She formed an ice spear in her hand. Lucci, Neutra, kill her. She is of no further use to us. The man raised his blade and moved with incredible speed and appeared behind her. He then went to slice her head off. All of a sudden, a gunshot was heard, and Neutra's hand holding the blade was blown off. Neutra, God, what the hell? Seems like I missed. I must be out of practice. Walking up to the group was none other than Alucard himself. Neutra, you curse you. Using his other hand to pick up his weapon, he launched himself at Alucard, who in response smiled and raised his black gun and fired his shot. This time the bullet hit and exploded, destroying the body of Neutra. Lucci, this is bad. I didn't expect the Alucard to be here of all places. Alucard, HM, and you're Rob. Lucci, HM, let's see. He then takes out a coin. Alucard, heads you live, tails you die. He tosses the coin in the air as he catches it. Alucard, what do you know? It landed on tails. Alucard was then pierced through his chest by Vega, who was able to fully recover. Vega, die you. Alucard, oh look, another victim, how fun. Lucci then had to avoid ice spikes launched at him from his death. She had her blade out and went after him, trying her hardest to kill him. It's Death. I have suffered under you for too long. It ends today. Lucci, really, you do realize that I hold your sister's life in my hands, don't you? It's Death. Once I kill you, I will set her free. She then went to strike him down, but he was able to dodge, and Death is still recovering from her wound she got from Jienma. Lucci, shave. Vanishing from sight, he appeared and delivered a hard kick to her gut, making her cough up some vital fluid as she was sent into a wall. Lucci, I've been lenient with you, girl. I should have just killed you and be done with it. Lucci then starts to transform, and he turns into his jaguar form. Lucci, it's time to end this. In Izuku's mindscape. Izuku, that guy, he took me out so fast. Guesses Death wasn't lying when she said he was powerful. Anubis, kid, it's time to get up. You have a fight to finish. Izuku, it will be hard to do that considering I am wounded badly from those attacks. He could have put me at death's door. Anubis, kid, you really need to dig deeper. Now is the time for that. Izuku saw Anubis start to change as his appearance took on that of a human. Anubis, when faced with a strong opponent, you keep fighting until you find a way to win. If you run out of power, then it's my job to help you. The human form of Anubis stands in front of Izuku. Izuku. Anubis, what is this? Anubis. This is the human form I took when I became one of the 12 dragon gods back. Then I went by the name Sung Jin Wu, the Shadow Monarch. Izuku. Whoa. Anubis. We can talk about this later. Remember when I told you about how strong my power was? Izuku. Yeah, you said I was merely scratching the surface. Anubis. Yes, you are growing stronger every day, Izuku, and the power you have yet to wield will soon be in your grasp. He then placed a hand on Izuku's head. Suddenly darkness came from Izuku and raged around him. Anubis. Show them the power of the apex dragon. In the real world, Lucci was holding his death in the air by her throat. Lucci. How pitiful you are, I have toyed with you enough. Raising his right hand, he brings out his claws. Lucci. Time to die, yes. He went to strike her with his claws only for him to be sent flying. Thanks to a punch, his death was then caught in the arms of someone. She then looked to see Izuku, who was different. Izuku. Sorry, but that's my queen you're trying to kill. It's death. Izuku. He then sits her down, letting her stand. Izuku then walked up to Lucci, who was coming back looking at Izuku with rage. Lucci. How are you still alive? Izuku. How you ask? That's simple, you're way too weak to kill me. His Juggin eye activated, his eyes glowed purple, his gauntlet then appeared on his right arm. Izuku looked at Lucci with a menacing glare. Izuku. Now where were we? So, this was the end of part 2 of this series. Stay tuned for next part of this series, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.